Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan. Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan. Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan. Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan. Kingstream Entertainment.
All right, guys, we're gonna react to this Kanye interview with Drink Champs. So I know a lot of folks been asking me what I think, and we got it here pulled up. So we're gonna see how it goes. If you're watching this live, let me know where you're watching this from. A lot of folks were like, "Oh, what are you gonna say about Kanye now? He's on Drink Champs," and I'm like, "Hey, well, you can watch me say exactly what I'm gonna say about Kanye, and then I'll probably do a recap tomorrow of like the three big takeaways." So if you're watching this live, let me know where you're watching this from. Let me see if I can pull up the chat window so I don't miss you guys. Bang, bang. Oh, here we go. Let me know where you're watching this from. We're about a minute out. By the way, there's gonna be profanity in this, so just to FYI, we know that much from the trailer, okay? So there's gonna be profanity in this, and so hide your kids, hide your wife, and we have a free course out on how you can study the Bible, mastermydevo.com, okay? So you can check that out completely free in the description below. And that's from us to you. There's a gang of folks watching this right now, so we're gonna just dump 45 seconds out. I'm just gonna update some of the links in the chat so that we don't miss them. Why does it always do that? That is so lame. All my little emojis for my links get messed up. But yeah, if you guys want to know my thoughts, you'll see the real raw thoughts in 30 minutes. Now again, guys, there's gonna be a gang of profanity in this. You've been warned, okay? You've been warned. Drink Champs is a wild podcast. I used to listen back in the day when they first started. It's a wild podcast, so just be warned. There's gonna be a lot of profanity in this. Hide your kids, hide your wife. All right, 10 seconds. I'm gonna do this. I gotta swap out some of these thumbnails. Ruslan, Kanye, and all right, here we go. All right, let me turn this on. A little intro. All right, let's see. Let me know if you guys hear the levels. My man AJTV, what's up, bro?
That's been killer.
Guys, give this video a like if you could for the algorithm. That helps out. I probably won't leave this out. We're reacting live to this Drink Champs interview. So this is, by the way, this seems like it was before Sunday when he brought out Manson, because he still got his eyebrows. So here we go. All right, looks like he hits the blunt. By the way, it's funny when people think like I haven't disagreed with Kanye before.
What it could be, hopefully it's what it should be. This is your boy N-O-R-E. What up, is DJ?
One of the things I don't like about their podcast, man, is they take a long time just talking about nothing. Nothing. So just prepare for a bunch of nothing, okay?
When we started this show, we always looked at rappers, or we always looked at certain people as superheroes or supermen. This guy that's standing to the left of me is not only a superhero, a superman, a super genius, a super music icon, but he's also a fashion icon. He's also a visionary. He's also a person who speaks things into existence.
These intros be so long-winded, fam.
You don't know how, Sway? and we figured out he didn't know how to swipe.
Hey, Alfine, I'm with you. He do look wild, but we gonna watch it. We gonna watch it in context.
This gonna be Drink Champs'
You know what I'm saying?
episode ever. I'm just going ahead and say that song.
He couldn't get shout out to Nori. He couldn't get Drake, but he got Kanye. So good for him. Is it gonna be these long intros?
We talking about the artist formerly known as.
Here's what I'm looking for. Is he drinking the whole time? Is he smoking the whole time? And is he saying foul, wild stuff? That's what I'm checking for. All right.
So let me get this.
You know
right.
something cringe is how their microphones are always in the shot.
Right.
I don't even know what to say. That shit is hard. Just yeah.
Let me know how the levels sound if you're watching this live.
Yo, yeah, I thank you so much, man, because on the real to real, I know you don't have to do this. You at a level in your life where it seems
Christian
like you're
mingle.
free. It seems like you just feel like you're free. You really showed up with no security. And I had to get security for you. I'm sorry. I just said.
That's interesting. You just move around with no security.
Like that because we're gonna kill somebody if somebody fuck with you. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of profanity on this, guys. I gave you your warning. All right.
How is it? How is it? Like, what's going on in your life?
Explicit.
I heard you told me on the phone the other day. You said you're not even.
Oh yeah, the audio is so cringy, Leonardo.
You don't even have a house.
Like the mics are pointed down and they got on lapel mics.
How is that?
Yeah, you know, I restore houses. I'm very into architecture, but I'm not into the class system where it's like that's one of the main things they use to control us. I think my whole existence is about not being out of control, but being out of their control, being in control of yourself. So a house is the first thing that they give you, that your entire existence. When I look out at the skyscrapers in New York, I'm like, everybody that's in all those buildings spending that time away from their family, working. One of the main thing is the idea of a house.
Security.
Yeah, security. Because I remember saying I was arguing with this one publicist, and I told the person that I wasn't gonna have a house, and they spazzed on me, said, "You've done too much in your life to not have a house. You need a house." Tried to impose that idea. But you know, my home is
generational verse. Here we go, Javier.
FaceTimes me. That's what my home is.
Make some noise for that.
But you got land. I'm assuming you have land, though. You believe
You
in
got
owning land,
200 acres somewhere.
Right.
Yeah. And you were staying in Mercedes.
It was 12,000, but yeah.
Okay.
12,000.
You were
Quick
staying
flex.
in Mercedes-Benz arena.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
you
that
doing?
was wild.
It didn't look like a cell. It looked like a jail cell. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Yeah, well, except for I could come and go, so. But yeah, you know, it's this idea, this monk lifestyle. Like, I heard that it's like trust fund kids that's kind of on the same wave right now, that they being homeless on purpose.
Right.
But I traveled to.
Yeah, the mics are so annoying, but they got lapels on.
Paris,
Brianna.
like a couple weeks ago, and I had to go through Lisbon because you can go through Lisbon without being vaccinated. I only got one of the shots, so I'm half-vaccinated.
Oh, I ain't got the vax.
I
Snooze.
In Lisbon, it's a 15-hour ride, and usually people say, "Well, I got to take this 15-hour ride." Something Steven Spielberg told me at this Ralph Lauren. It's gonna be shameless name drop. It's gonna be like a lot of name drops.
Okay, I love it. Let's go. I love it. Continue.
Disclaimer.
So I was sitting next to Oprah at this Ralph Lauren dinner talking to Steven Spielberg.
Hey, that's interesting that he's vaccinated, though. Who would have thought?
Hillary Clinton.
Who would have thought? Who would have thunk
The
it?
first time I actually was with her.
Right.
So.
He was really with Hillary Clinton.
And so I took this 15-hour ride from Lisbon to Paris, but the thought was I get to take the
Yo,
ride.
get this video
The ride
a
was
like,
beautiful,
fam,
so it's just a
for the
perspective on
algorithm.
life.
Let's push this up
Like,
the
when I go
algorithm.
through just the different changes in my life, my family. A friend of mine said, "Are you sad?" And when I really thought about it, I started to look at life like it was a video game. I'm like, yo, every part of it is really lit. Right. The things that hurt you, the things that you're happy about, the things that push your ego, that support your ego, the things that down your ego. Like, I've been saying this like for a couple weeks, like ego and Anger love to hang out. They best friends.
No, absolutely.
I love Anger.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
They hype each other up.
Yeah, definitely.
Hide your kids, hide
So
your
they
wife.
Cousins?
Explicit.
They definitely blood.
Explicit.
So
the more
interesting, he's not drinking yet.
You know, you lean into your ego.
that's interesting.
You know, I wrote this song that for Donda that we're gonna bring out on the bonus album. That's saying on the deluxe. But it said, if I let go, let God and let go. I gotta let it go. I gotta let's go. And then it's funny, it's got this line that makes you think about Miami. It said, fly into the Mondrian. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, it had the next line, but I like the opening.
Hey, Marty's the illest moderator, fam. Put some respect
But
on
it's
Marty's
like
name.
Going to
Marty on the
Paris,
mix.
I get there and I get
Yeah,
to
Deluxe is coming.
the
That's
Ritz
been announced
Hotel,
though, right?
and they say they ain't got no rooms, and there's a couple times I just had to like pull my mask down. Like, you don't have no room? Okay, let me look for a room for you.
That's a different kind of currency.
Yeah, the vision of life
That must
is
be
not
nice,
to have
Kanye.
money and possessions, is to have relationships and make it to the point where I've done so much for so many people that my money can't spend anywhere. I go to a restaurant, they be like, yo, your money's no good here. So they
That's a
charge me for
gem.
the room.
But they gave you a room.
At least they found one.
Yeah, they found a room, and then the next day, the CEO of Balenciaga came to pick me up. It's this guy named Cedric that actually I was trying to hire as a CEO. My boy Jean Toutot, the head of APC, which is basically like the French version of Gap, which is the first person to really that was in a prestigious position to really.
That's your
let me
first
do a
time catching? Yeah, I feel like I've been heard
with
about
them.
the Deluxe.
And so we had this APC collection that sold out back in the days.
And this before the Louis collab?
Yeah. You know what?
The Louis collab was first.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for.
I'm a fan. Just
Yeah,
in case you don't know.
Yeah. The Louis collab was great. I want to go back to certain things with the Louis thing.
Okay.
But so the CEO of Balenciaga picked me up. Now I came with all I got is this like little bag. That's like my house, and my house changes in size depending on how big my
That
bag is.
Balenciaga bag is
Like,
fire, by the way.
I had this one that was like a laminate size, and once I got the Apple headphones, they wouldn't fit in it, so I had to get a bigger house, which ended up being
He really on some monk stuff out here.
which ended up being this one, right? And I'm so happy that thugs wear this bag now, so people can
man
stop
versus
calling
man
it.
versus,
Yeah, so people can stop down and me.
Keep
for
the
having-
weed in there.
Yeah.
Keep the weed in there. Keep the weed in there. Let's
Louis
make some noise
bag.
for man
This is
versus-
not for fashion. So,
Bang, bang.
So I ride to the Balenciaga store with the CEO of Balenciaga, and I didn't have a change of underwear. But for what I've done with Balenciaga, especially over the past 4 months, guess what my underwear and socks ended up being for the next.
Yeah,
4
they're gonna
days
talk
in
about that
Paris.
here.
Balenciaga underwear for free. And that's when I was sitting there, I was like, yo, this is my vision on life. To not even have to have a house, to have a place in every single every single city, every single country that I could go to. And somebody's like, you could stay here, you could sleep here. Like my dog Boo was like, man, you in my city?
He called him Brother Boo.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, you in my city? And the first one I saw, I was like, nigga, I was born in Atlanta. I was like, I humble myself, saying, yes, sir. With a bunch of eyes. With a bunch of eyes. And he's like, yo, I'm down here working on KC album in Houston, but you can stay at my crib. And this
is pre-Sunday service. He still got his eyebrows here.
cribs I can stay at. And you just move around. Like first it was like Yassine. Think about Mos Def. He changed his name to
Yassine,
Yassine, and he started moving around. So I would think about how he was moving around. Just going through the airport, sometimes standing in line, sometimes not standing in line, getting a Uber. Uber be canceling on me. I'm not gonna say Uber's trash now. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
He really trying to live a normal life. That's really interesting.
Ubers and Ubers be canceling on you.
They don't cancel on you. Your profile doesn't say yay on it.
Does I say that?
I was like, no, I really am canceled, I guess.
But did your profile?
You don't have 4.9 stars on your profile.
Uber's trash now?
Do you?
Yeah, I don't even know. I barely, I barely know how to work it. I just got my Apple Pay, just mad.
You just got Apple Pay. Let's make some noise for you being
Shout out to Kanye getting Apple Pay.
I got Apple Pay, but now it's time to make Apple Pay.
Wow.
Go ahead.
That was all hard. That was all. I'm still on that ball. Okay, so
Stock just went down to Uber.
watch versus.
Yes, yeah,
You know where I'm going with it.
yeah.
would you step into that ring?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
But I
snap.
would need about like 4 people to go against me at one time.
He said he'd do the verses. He said he'd do the verses. Who y'all got Kanye
I
in
need
verses?
producers.
Drake?
I need people who make good albums. I need people who made radio
Dre?
hits. I need every
Dre or
single
Drake?
Gemini, specifically
Dr. Dre.
MC. I need every
Okay.
top 5,
Kendrick.
especially Gemini.
Would you like some Hennessy? Or would you like a glass?
Well, you know, let me explain what Hennessy is doing to the community.
Okay.
Oh, he going for the drink.
So you know what the people are gonna say.
It get dangerous.
People gonna say they want Ye against. Who you think the people would think
Drizzy.
they want to see you against? There's only 2 people really out there.
No, I think it'd be Drake, right?
All right, it's this. Finally, we getting into some.
And Hov, that's probably it.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that one.
Kanye versus Jay.
That.
That'd be crazy.
that's-
Hov nephew right there. He watching you. He watching you.
That'd be
No,
crazy.
I like that. I like that.
You would go against Jay.
Nah, because that's my boss. I would never go against you.
I like that answer. But
Yeah.
what you saying, when you and Drake together, who's winning that?
I'm winning every situation. That's why I said.
Pusha T versus Ye. Stop it. He said that's my boss. That's interesting. That's an interesting.
Holy shit.
And who producer-wise though? Would it be Dre?
Ooh, producer-wise? Wow.
That's why I said it gotta be. I need to have like a month long, just different categories, different styles.
You have a
know?
season of your own verses?
Yeah.
That'd be new. That'd be some new shit.
At a certain point, I could just be versing myself. It could be this album against that album. I had to go dark fantasy against. Well, I don't think anything goes against dark fantasy, but college dropout against.
The old
Graduation. Oh yeah, we could do that.
You could do the old Ye against new Ye.
We could do all like sample drums versus trap drums. We could do all bars versus all.
Your different name changes going against each other.
Yeah.
This
Different
man.
eras of.
Holy moly, guacamole. This is exciting shit. But you telling me, I just want to, for the fans, it's not for me.
Yeah.
If Swiss come to you, because it's not about money.
Swiss!
I can tell it's not about money.
Oh no,
But
Swiss organizes
simple
it.
and say,
Okay.
You and Drake against one another. You saying you're gonna take it and you're gonna smoke him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Come on. Come on. Nori getting
He played one
disrespectful.
of my leaked songs and it was better than every other song this year. No, he advertised it when he was building the house. Everyone knows it. It's like a place in Canada you go by. It's a,
Great
it's a
answer.
monument.
I think that was a bozo
Yeah.
move on Kanye to
Well,
leak the address, though.
We didn't know that. Because, we look at people over here.
Yeah, no, you can find it. That's how I was able to find it. It's
Okay.
Googleable. It's on Google Maps.
I like that you, that's my word. You know I made up that word. Googleable. Googleable. I made that word.
Googleable. Google, that's a good answer.
What I will say, I understand that, you know, in all of the back and forth that me and Drake have had, you know, it's like life is like the NBA.
Yeah.
And people are either on your team or they're on another team. And everybody plays games in different kind of ways. And you can't be mad for somebody. At the end of the day, this man has sold more records than anybody. And part of his technique in basketball, people got different techniques. Like I went to the gym with Kobe. And we didn't even really get to play ball. All he did was show me videos of Scottie Pippen. And you know, Scottie Pippen's got a wide wingspan, but he didn't talk about that. He talked about how fast he was moving his feet. And he was like, yo, this is inhuman. This is inhumane. This is like, and he was studying that. He wanted to learn how fast he moved his feet. So when Drake don't do a diss, like an outright diss song where it's a headshot. He's gonna set it up like war. You know what I'm saying? Like
calculated and strategy.
Yeah, when people went to go get Hitler, they didn't go straight for Hitler. They set up fake tanks. They set this and this. So he gonna do stuff like
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the whole
5
interview.
blocks down the street from
Hype
you.
Radio, and then I'm gonna do a recap,
Yeah,
like top
every-
5,
with
top
different-
3 moments,
like Swiss,
3
that-
highs, 3
that-
lows.
yeah.
He gonna like go and
I'm standing now, by the way, using my standing desk.
Girl in your family, every single girl around your family, everybody, all your niggas, girl, da da da. He's gonna.
Really?
So it becomes like So you already got that. It's like away games and home games and stuff like. And football and this is professional rap. This is the first time we in a place of like professional rap. So all that's there. So if he throws out a bar right here, it might be a bar only. Like what Pac said, you and I know what's going on, right? But it's all psychological, right? So it's like what button is someone gonna hit? Where can you hit him? It's like I was just at the game with Jay Prince last night, and just seeing, it was talking about how
what was that 10?
How many below the belts there were, how many this there was, and the whole thing about
on that record that he had.
you know what it is? I got the perfect. I never thought about this tonight.
Okay.
You know what? I bit his ear. I bit his ear. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't see what Holyfield was doing.
Right.
They ain't see what he was doing. Tyson like telling the refs like, yo, you ain't see this? You ain't see this? He's like, Tyson, I'm gonna take this in my own hands.
That's interesting, him admitting that.
No, but you making me, I'm just, because it's in front of me. I was like, I was a fight there.
Right.
We talking about this. We've been, discussing doing things.
So he's saying leaking his address
to,
is like biting his
to
ear.
Bring attention to Hoover's situation.
Right.
And actually, I got Larry Hoover Jr. with me.
I introduced myself.
Yeah.
I recognize his face.
Yeah. So at a certain moment, I want to take a moment where he can talk about the exact situation. Y'all can really understand this leader and political prisoner.
Right.
Like when I went to the White House, I said, this is me in a different dimension. Any one of us that can organize somebody, they gonna take us down. They've been taking, the leaders and the fathers out of the community and only.
He seems super calm. Seems super focused.
You ain't got a dad
super
clear-headed,
right, KJ?
What property to buy and how to build your own factories. We're gonna be jumping up and down for the idea of like Virgil getting a job for Bernard Arnault or me getting a job at The Gap or Adidas. A lot of times it's like we all was born white supremacist, racist, and homophobic. That's the bottom. That's the baseline. That's another thing. I don't even got the word for it, but it's like a phobia of mental health. That's the thing when people try to write it off. That's like even when I cut my hair like that, I'm like, yo, they're gonna try to freeze
what's the
my
name of that
account.
haircut?
At first, I called it the Britney.
Britney Spears. Okay.
Now it could be called a Ye. But when I see that, bro, I'm telling you,
he really trying to make it pop.
Insanity is a form of censorship and control.
Like, taking some Hennessy. I like this smooth. Take some more Hennessy, goddamn. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but it's fucking interesting. Let's go. You gotta sip it. It doesn't count unless you sip it.
Explicit.
Feds,
Explicit.
whatever, they know who I am. So I was up there like, man, maybe I shouldn't do, this interview because that's when they gonna come. You gotta understand, Kobe.
You say whatever the fuck you want over here.
Yeah, but it's everything has like a butterfly effect. Kobe died on. In Calabasas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On the street where I would drive my kids to school.
Conspiracy theory,
This Grand Theft Auto is real.
Right.
So, but, with me and Drake, we all really on the same team. Just even on this planet, period, we on the same team. We the people we think is our ops and all this stuff. Once we understand, and this is, I think, the job that God actually has to do for us to all realize that we are playing inside of the same time. There's one thing we all got in common. If we all in the same place in the Christian calendar at all times.
All right, come on, Kanye.
We could be the first civilization to become civil. As a matter of fact, let me take out the word can. I hate the word can. I hate these like in between, word can and should and if is like feds. It's like somebody you think is with you, they're not really with you. They're like a fourth leg that could just fall anytime your whole table fall over. Like, that's why we have to will these things in fruition. So we say we will be the first civilization to become civil. We still in the dark ages. We attack each other. Mentally, we go back to the rap stuff with me and Drake. We in World War III. This is warfare right here. What they do, people can comment on you online that you don't know. You can't come see them. You know what I'm saying? It's in Korea, the suicide rates is crazy. People's esteem, how you feel about yourself, body dysmorphia, overdoing it with the drip and all that. So I'm about
he said the N-word a couple times. He hasn't been cussing at all, actually. He took 2 sips of Hennessy.
Like people say, man, Virgil went to Louis, you went to the Gap. I said, I always wanted to create egalitarian. I worked for the Gap, so it was meant to be. I always felt like Gap was sort of like Apple of apparel. For me, esteem and clothing is so connected. Your ego connected to the first time my mom bought me some Jordans in 4th grade. I didn't even know they was the 4s. I got the 4s in 4th grade. If I always look for like lineups like that. And somebody told my mama, he gonna like this. And then I walked through the school and everybody was looking at my shoes. I didn't even know about it.
Right.
Then I would go visit my dad out in Tacoma Park, Maryland, and it was this rich kid that had enough Jordans to be able to wear mismatched Jordans like BBD.
Wow.
And he'd have them with the jabot shorts and with a polo shirt.
Wow.
Because
Heavy
I'm coming
colored
there dressed
jabots.
like Heavy D with the metal with the tip of my shoes and stuff with like rayon shirts and polka dots. And he's like, we don't dress like that no more. We dress like this. I came back to Chicago with the new style, and ever since then, I always been like ahead of niggas. And I always like that feeling of being ahead. But if you ahead long enough, you need to become the head. You need to become the leader. So I had a wildest conversation. Like, I remember this one time, Lauren gonna be mad at me, but I texted her, I said, I'm
saying Lauren, you talking about Lauren Hill?
Yeah, Lauren Hill. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of super name drops.
Get the graphics ready.
And I was like, I'm the leader. And she was like, you a leader. You not the leader. Shout out to Lauren Hill.
What a good response, yo. What a good response from Lauren Hill.
Our leader, she didn't tell you the leader. Not
What a
the
good
spring
response.
leader.
Yeah, but no, the spring leader is God, but God
Right.
appoints leaders.
Come on,
And at a
Kanye.
certain point, they are leaders.
Right.
You know, so all the like Me Too, like when I sit next to Marilyn Manson and the Baby right after both of them got canceled for 5 songs, you know, it's like they can't cancel us all.
Right. They
Yeah,
canceled Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle didn't get canceled.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
We got it, and then it's like they'll hit you with like an accusation or somebody that you was with, 10 years ago. Okay, and then also it's like there's women that have been through really serious things, pulled in alleys against their will. That's different than a hug.
Right.
But it's classified as the same thing. It's classified as the same thing.
Is he downplaying the
it's
Manson
power in
accusations?
Politics. Power-hungry maniacs and just control. This is 1984
All right,
mind control that we in.
And mob mentality, too.
How you feel
mob
about cancel
mentality.
culture? How you feel about cancel culture?
Oh man, I love it. I'm above
They
it.
try to cancel you like 15
I love it,
times.
I'm above it.
I'm love it. I'm above it. You know what I mean? I love it. I'm above it. Like, that's the clouds. When you're in a jet, you look down at the clouds. It's like I'm like running to get canceled. Doing this show, it's just like I'm begging to get canceled.
Okay, so he's talking about Me Too in general, not the Manson situation.
And then
Manson
different
accusations
people
are
will call me
kind
and
of serious.
make suggestions and be like, I suggest, maybe you shouldn't be buying. If you suggesting that to me, why are you so into it? Unless you really into it. Unless you really part of the mob. Because the mob, it got a couple mob members here right now. Most definitely.
Right.
Most definitely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That different kind of mob. But you got to understand, they all doing their job. We all here for a reason. God got a reason. God sees everything.
Right.
And if I'm still alive, God's not finished. Like I say on 24,
Right.
which I wrote. I actually wrote the day before Kobe passed the melody. And we ended up, and the funny thing, we went back and forth on this song, and when we did the listening event down in Atlanta, the first one, for Higher Atlanta, we started with
You
24.
talking about for the Donda album?
For the Donda album,
Okay.
yeah, we started with 24.
Right.
All my people out the trenches, living up, making all right. And then the funny thing, I had a clip of Kobe and his daughter in the video, and we called his wife everything, and we couldn't get it cleared. But one of the things when Kobe passed, there was somebody that I used to work with whose wife literally tweeted, "Let's not forget that Kobe was accused." And that's what they said.
And that's when Snoop reacted to that.
Yeah.
Because, okay, continue. Let me know what you
So that's what they said because you
This is an interesting parallel. First of all, I'm impressed with how clear he is in this. And I'm also really interested in where he's about to take this point home with the Kobe Me Too accusation. Because remember, Kobe did get charged with rape and beat the charges. This is a pre-Me Too movement, so this is getting dicey.
talk about superheroes.
Right.
They don't want to. What did AZ say? They don't want to see a black man turn to John Gotti or Khaled. Like they don't want you to have this. They want you to have a house. They want you to have the cars. They want you to look at the numbers on Billboard or Spotify or that's completely controlled. They want you to look at your they want you to base your self-esteem off of TikTok. Hi, God. If another nigga talk to me about TikTok,
I don't got
man,
TikTok.
bro, it's fine. Y'all can play, you know, praise God and everything, and that's great. I'm happy that it connects to my children and everything, but it's none of these things that can make me, and that's the idea of being a nomad. I like that term though, because I was talking to the head
I'm not
of
mad.
IKEA about
nomad.
creating.
Nomad.
I'm sure he won't like that.
The head of IKEA.
Keep going. I'm into it.
They're like, this is the first person that went and Me Too'd himself. So, wait, you not laughing. You didn't like that. I'm reading the energy in the room. It'll be an uproar. Here comes the backlash.
So you were the president of IKEA. Let's go. You were the president of IKEA. What happened?
He gonna be like, so I was just talking to him and said, look, we need to create better situations for homeless people. You know, it's a really utopian dictator concept of, okay, we're gonna eradicate homelessness. What about people who wanna be homeless?
And there's a lot of them that want to be.
There's a lot of people, so that would change. You gotta think, we used to have water fountains, now we got a plastic problem because of water bottles. That's capitalism. You know, everyone only thinks about themselves, especially our black leaders.
Right.
Wouldn't none of us run on stage? Wouldn't none of us say, George Bush don't care about? We are very self-interested.
Those are two of the best moments in American history.
Yeah.
You said George Bush don't care about black people, and when you told Taylor Swift that Beyonce had the best video of all
and
time.
I was very...
In American history, Nori.
That's American history right there.
I was very...
Stop the cap. Nori.
Would it be okay to not hit that for the whole rest of the day?
No problem.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Man, you know I got a gentle mental.
No problem.
Man.
But that was American history. Like,
Stop.
What was it Hennessy that night that would tell us when you sat there? Because why did you want to do that?
You know,
Why did you want to do that?
well, I was showing both of my addictions. You know,
Okay.
I found my dad's Playboy when I was 5 years old, and I started drinking beer or something in high school. So I actually was carrying both of my addictions, one in one arm, one in the other. I was actually talked in to going to the award show.
Oh no.
At
Is
that
that
time,
a
it
shot
was
at
Don
Amber?
C's
Leave
job to
Amber
talk me into
alone.
stuff. They find new people whose job would be to talk me into doing something that I don't want to do. Influencers, people around you. So that night I said, man, I'm not going to this award show. I'm not sitting through this no more. And the very first award, they sit me in the front. Now you got single ladies video is like,
You was with Amber at the time, right?
yeah.
Okay.
They got, this is one of the best videos of in history.
Talking about Beyonce.
Yeah, the single lady. So
He's
it's not,
talking about
it's not that
Beyonce.
it's just for her. When an artist does something that's that compelling and incredible, we got.
Nori's like the best worst interviewer
I feel
ever.
like this year just should nobody just even put their album in the category of album of the year. If I can finally have album of the year, because you don't want to be the person that beat Donda for album of the year.
I love that.
No, you gotta understand. I made Watch the Throne, and I made Watch the Throne and Dark Fantasy in the same year. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in the same year, and neither of them got nominated for album of the year.
Wow.
Not even nominated.
Not even nominated.
That's crazy.
So, and you know what I love, hate? I'm gonna just tell y'all this. When white people say the word rapper, that is saying nigger. When you say it to me, you saying you getting away with saying nigger.
Whoa.
Damn.
Oh, the rapper.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, the rapper. Or like last night on the game,
I've
they had
never
my
heard
face
that
on the
before.
chyron
Wow.
and on the screen and said, hip hop artists. Specifically, I was like, you know, I got a PhD from the Art Institute of Chicago, from the most prestigious art school in the world.
Wow.
Could I at least be called an artist?
Dr. Kanye
But you know, here,
That's an honorary Dr. Kanye. Stop it.
it's like in America, they're not gonna just give it to you, but it's to be bought, it's to be taken. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, bro, this is like There Will Be Blood. You know, I'm not
Dragon's
really.
blood? That's what they be talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rapper
Dragon's
part is
blood.
interesting.
In the Bible,
That's
they
interesting.
got dragons. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. There will be blood, bro. Like, remember when the dude brother acted like he was his brother and everything, and like I don't know if y'all seen this movie. It's one of my favorite movies, but that's me, bro. That's me, bro. It's like the kid with the pink polos. I be telling people like, yo, it's not like that. no more with me. Period. Like, bro, like, cause you know what I'm saying? They did everything. God gave me that 6.6. Like right when they announced that Kim was filing for divorce, 1 week later, whatever, God was like, nah, this is my son right here, 6.6. And
6.6 billion.
Was always on some
6.6
white
billion.
supremacist shit, like down in me. For 3 years, they like, oh, Kylie a billionaire, Ye not a billionaire. You know, and even in my Forbes, if you read the article, it's like, it's drenched with some like Jackie Robinson, everything is say, duh, nigga, blank, nigga, duh, nigga, what'd you say?
Because Jackie Robinson was the first.
Yeah, so
interesting.
the idea of what it even means to be a billionaire, but to not color
first cuss.
inside
You don't count
the
the N-word.
lines. You know, my mom was
F-bomb
born
coming, though. We know that.
into a drinking fountain. They told her what fountain she could drink out of.
Okay.
Now, we born into a vote. They literally call it the black vote.
Yeah.
And by the way, we blood of Christ. We blood of Moses. We're not just a color in a crayon box. And if we knew that, who we really were, we'd treat each other differently. We'd treat ourselves differently. So when you
Little
say, I'm black
Hebrew
and I'm
vibes?
proud,
Little
like,
Hebrew vibes?
but of what? What concept are we understanding? They say go see the African History Museum. Why do they start when the boats came? Why don't they start with the drums?
When we was kings.
No, they don't want it, but we are kings. But the 400 years doesn't have to deal with slavery. It has to deal with the Bible. It has to deal with us being disobedient to God.
Right.
And that's why we farm land that isn't our own. Record labels, the NBA,
Yeah, he definitely on some
Hollywood.
Israelite
These
vibes.
boys be scared. They be sitting there. Michael B. Jordan be telling my cousin, like, man, I want to
What
do
is that number, yo?
Well, yeah, dude, but I'm just, you know, I'm right here. Or,
Anybody know what that
you
number
like
is?
Kevin Hart be like, man,
18?
I like that. I'm envious of what Dave Chappelle could do. And then they sitting it at us. Me to him. Say this. Tech, blah, blah. He said this. He said that. It's like, boy, this there will be blood. Stop fucking with me. Because y'all fucking with my money. Y'all doing shit. I got 80 accounts right now. I got people that's like, why I got 80 accounts? That's that Bob Marley through the toe. You understand? I make hundreds of millions a year. Then I look up and it's like, yo, I got 30 extra people came down to Sunday service. You know, 30 other extra people. That's 30 cars, 30 flights, 30 mini bars, 30 movies.
Kanye ain't accounting in his head.
Load up this movie. Who wants to see? Well, I wish I had a name of a funny ass movie that don't nobody want to see. That would have made it funny. But
All right, so there's the F-bombs. I think we are 2 F-bombs. All right.
who want to see this movie? You get what I'm saying?
All right.
These is moves, and I come up. It was one dude working on me. I said, how many storages I got? I said I got 8 storages. And then my wife, because she's still my wife, it ain't no paperwork.
I love that.
Pray for Kanye and Kim, man. Pray for Ye and Kim.
So I gave it to her because she's really good at storage. She loves, like, this is her pastime. It's like organizing. So when she
that
goes to
Henny
storage,
hitting, you can
it's
tell
like,
he ain't been drinking.
You got 36 storages. That's a silent murder. That's gas. That's like poisoning you slow through the wasabi. Or something in every little piece of sushi.
You got Japanese whiskey. That's
Yeah,
what.
exactly. Yeah, you know what? Let's switch it up.
Switch
to
to the Japanese whiskey. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Hey,
gosh.
welcome back.
Kanye.
I'm trying to get
Don't
the
let
whiskey.
Nori peer pressure you into drinking more alcohol, yay?
Everything in moderation.
But my wife over there popping bottles.
Everything in moderation. He get the moderation
So,
line.
as Biggs walked in, I don't know if you've seen that was Biggs right there, but
Is that Biggs from
Tell
Rockefeller?
her what I said when you asked me if I do a versus with Jay.
he said no.
Why I say I wouldn't do
Because
it?
he's the boss. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Right?
Biggs is, from my understanding, Biggs got saved in prison. He was one of the 3 founders. One of the 3 founders of Rockefeller that got saved in prison.
We don't know if you know our show
Allegedly.
is about giving people their flowers while they're alive.
Come on, Nori.
And
There we go.
We need you to know how much you're important to us.
He ain't drank that much, though. That's the funny part. He had like 2 sips of Hennessy.
Wow. This is.
Shout out
What is
we
that?
need you to know.
What'd they give him?
Because I said it in the beginning, but I want to reiterate this because I want you to really know. You know how many.
Man, these interviews be going long. I don't know if I'm from the rock for the whole. Hopefully, this don't go 4 hours.
How you are really inspirational to a whole generation. You made people dress different. You made people, want to want to really have their albums produced greatly again. You bring that back to hip hop, and I want to tell you that as face to face, man to man, eye to eye, we appreciate you, we love you, and you mean the world to us. Wow. And you did a record for me back in the days. I don't know if you remember, and you didn't even charge me.
And he's powerful. Don't take that much.
It was way too expensive.
I wouldn't know, fam.
I was like, yo, he's like, nah. It's good. It's on the house. It's on the house.
And he did freestyle for me on my mixtapes back in the days. I know he's not gonna remember that
But
at all.
you did steal one of my lines. You said, I go to Jacob with 25,000. You stole my shit. Keep it real. Keep it real.
I made a whole song out of
You made a whole song.
With 2,500, wow. I got a plaques on my wall right now. You got your first gold singer, oh nigga, wow.
I was looking at that.
It's an hour and a half.
I said, but yo,
Jeremiah, it's an hour and a half.
Yeah. Oh, wait, let's give him a new glass, please.
And he makes anything possible. Shout out to the chat,
It's 10
man.
a.m., but you gonna drink too with us too.
It's 10 a.m.
I'm sorry. I'm looking dead.
He said 10 a.m.? These dudes is morning
I
drinkers?
just bought a bigger house last night. I got a backpack that's this big.
We're talking about the mobile homes.
Yeah, that's my home. No, that's my house. My home is when my daughter FaceTime me.
Okay,
My house
Elliot
is
Wilson
that.
said 90 minutes. Okay,
Okay,
that's
so
good.
This is what I was gonna ask
If we
you.
halfway
One
through,
of the
he hasn't
most
completely
controversial records or most dopest records
completely blown
I've
it
ever
yet,
heard you
in
make
my
was,
opinion.
Big's brother was Big's brother used to be, and I thought that was so honest.
I mean, he don't really
Because a lot
drink.
of
He's taking a
people-
couple sips here.
Oh,
If you're here late, we're keeping track of how many
I believe
times
the
he
word
cusses
jealous
and how many
is not
times
a
he's actually
bad
sipped.
word. But sometimes you can be jealous and say, I want what this person wants. That doesn't mean you're a hater. Hate is something different. Hate is I despise you. And I felt like
Can't do Henny at
that's
10.
not what it was saying with that record, but it was like, I want this slot, and I'm gonna stop at no means of getting the slot. Am I incorrect? Or,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And I think about when I do things, you know, I go and be on my monk. I'm just traveling the world. I have a home, stuff like but when we go in, like we was doing the listening sessions, we want to make it hurt. That's what
Right.
competition is. We made everybody push their summer back. You
Right.
know, Drake pushed back those release dates. That's the fact. That actually, you know, that actually happened. And then they had people come out saying, oh, you know, he you know, the other thing, I saw this thing that Styles said about this going back and forth. I understand it's interesting to people, but man, I love Drake. I love all artists, period. But not even to mention Drake. I love Drake. I love all artists. Now, let's have Drake just have his spot of what he meant in my life specifically and what he's meant to rap,
Okay.
you know, over the past decade specifically. This is I would say the most, if I wasn't me, most of the
Okay.
time.
All right.
But
We with you.
this
We with you.
is a very important artist that actually added something to the algorithm. Because watch this, it's like our phones have what do you call their, like, the hard drives and the way somebody that's more
chips,
technical.
the
The
chips,
chips,
yeah.
the microchips, right?
The processors.
The processors,
yeah.
right? We are God's ultimate iPhone. We are God's favorite creation. So if Steve Jobs was God, we would be his iPhone. And we are simply programmed. And we go with the program, and some are unprogrammed, and some of the unprogrammed are people who they say are crazy, or people who go off the rails,
Right.
people who end up homeless. And the program are the people who go with the program. And you have this thing, like when I said, when I hit you with a WYD, you better not hit me with a HUY. You better be like, hi, with a bunch of I's, or hey, with a bunch of Y. And so it's, you know, people who heard that song would text me back with a bunch of I's or a bunch of Y's. We just right there adjusted the programming. That's simple. That's what media, that's a mind control. It's all about, can you be a part of the programming? What I say to Drake is he added something to the algorithm as we become more civilized and more sophisticated. The style of rap that he was doing was more sophisticated than the style of rap that I grew up on. Now, I had notes from Nas and
Waterloo, baby.
and obviously from me, but I also had notes from Sade.
Right.
I had notes, and people want to make jokes about that, but it made it.
No, I give massages to Sade.
There you go.
I give massages.
There you go.
Nori.
So you a real nigga. Just throwing it out there.
Nori's the coolest cringe guy in the world, man. I tell you.
So that made it. His music was more accessible. There was a time when like rap wasn't as accessible, and he created this thing that actually has good melodies in it, you know, good music in it that became massively accessible. So it's
Before,
sort of like
okay,
the
I see what you're
iPhone.
saying. He made it more
Music
popular.
is such an interesting thing to create a genre. To create
giving
and
Drake a
you
lot
can
of
grab
flowers
music
right now.
Grab it with your hands. It's like it's in the air.
Intangible, right?
It's intangible. It's intangible.
Yeah, hopefully
like
he don't
the
take another
concept of a
shot, Jeremy.
relationship.
No more
You
shots
know
for
what I'm
Ye.
saying? You with somebody.
He cruising.
You might only see him twice out the week. If y'all married, you might only see him 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, before y'all go to sleep.
Nah, I don't
But y'all
drink, Louis.
together. It's a concept that you live on, an idea. You know, in this GTA, we are an idea. So for instance, I gotta say this to Boo. I kind of feel like he knew that I was working on cities. He knew I was working on cities, but when you think about a city, who you think about? Akon. So I feel like Boo's like, man, you know, I'm gonna let you know, Ye about to drop his city right now. I get.
Wyoming?
Yeah, it was just period. Civilizations. This is your man right here was like, are you working on that Epcot? You know, cities of the future. I'm like, man, how you know that? He said, man, I know what wave you on.
Okay.
So,
Trying to work on city.
Nobody never liked it to go to Wyoming until you went there. I'm just
yeah, or even afterwards. Apparently, some people afterwards.
Only you. They only came to Wyoming for you. I'm just telling you that.
Yeah, it was a step. You know, the problem is they say, you know, I was talking to Jay Prince and talking to Elon.
I was talking to Jay Prince and Elon. What?
All right, continue.
Elon.
I love the contrast. I was talking to Jay Prince and Elon.
That's funny as shit.
So I was talking to Jay Prince and talking to Elon, which I
That's an
love.
amazing combination
Yeah,
right there.
it's an amazing spectrum.
Right.
It's actually closer
Yeah.
than we think.
Yeah, Elon
Why
Musk
is
and
it
Jay
so
Prince, the
far?
founder of Rap a
When I
Lot,
think
who
about,
helped discover Drake.
You know, certain people's ability, like Biggs is someone, he know how to read a contract. That's how it's very few of us that's 7 feet tall, and there's very few of us that's 3 feet tall. We all play our position inside of this modern day.
Is that the name drop counter? Is that what that is?
We at the brink of it. You know what I'm saying? After this interview, I possibly could be taken out. But the interview has happened though. Because
Yo, this-
I've infected y'all.
Yes, you have.
Kanye is a conspiracy theorist at heart. He's my favorite conspiracy theorist.
We are in.
It's like when they say, this is the man on the moon, this is the first black man on the moon. I just telling people like investors, people we having SPAC, I was with the black. White person.
No, Rap a Lot.
First
I
of all,
misspoke.
we all
Rap
beings
a Lot.
alike. We're not even
Biggs started
classified under race, but if we're gonna
Rockefeller.
be
Biggs is in the studio.
Inside of race conversation, don't be telling me what you done did for the black people. I started the black SPAC or this black investments for hair clippers and what you think I might be into. I remember being out in San Francisco, bro. It's like I ain't never made money with not one person from Silicon Valley. Have you ever saw the show Silicon Valley?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's a great show.
Like the opening episode was Kid Rock performing, and he said, "I'm Kid Rock," and then nobody clapped at the end of his performance, and one dude said something, see, that's Kid Rock? He the brokest person here. That best describes my experience in Silicon Valley, whether I'm sitting with Google, whether I'm sitting with Mark Zuckerberg, whether I'm sitting, man, I already been shadow banned. They shadow banned me in the middle of the election, so what I got to lose? I don't use Twitter anymore. I'm friends with Jack Dorsey. I get shot. I said, man, why y'all shadow ban me? He hit me back and said, I don't see anything weird here. Cause you not looking, you gave me a I didn't inhale ass answer to why I got shadow banned after I went to Haiti.
I don't know what shadow ban mean. I'm sorry.
Man,
I'm just
it just
saying.
means
They don't see your stuff.
They don't see your
acting
stuff.
smart.
You don't notice it,
Like,
but they
okay,
don't see
load
it.
up, if you go right now and load up Emmanuel album by Sunday Service on Apple, if you don't type it all the way to the very end, it ain't gonna pop up.
Yeah.
It's little things inside of.
But let's be clear. You was a little crazy on Twitter at one point. He was kind of.
Yeah, but does that get it right for them to shadow ban?
It's freedom of speech, though, too. You're taking that away.
Yeah, and then what was the craziest thing? Exposing I had 10 contracts that everybody around me knew I had 10 contracts. Everybody that supposedly cared for me knew I had 10 contracts.
You're not on Def Jam no more, right?
Oh, I'm off of it now. But what I'm saying is,
You off Def Jam?
After contract, after contract, after contract, and it's like one of my skill sets is not reading. One of my skill sets is not counting. And people are like, oh, you need to learn how to. Man, I ain't telling these niggas learn how to dress. I'm not telling these niggas. But if you move as a family and a community,
He said
you know,
it's not counting or reading. I don't tell these dudes how to. Yo! Yay!
The system tears us apart left and right. Jay this way, Dane that way, Ye this way, Virgil that way.
Right.
We stronger together. We impenetrable together. We have to vote.
I don't know what it means. Impenetrable?
You gotta know how to read and do math, though, fam.
I'm using that one.
We have to vote as a block.
Right.
We vote.
Like, I would have voted for you for president.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see me on the I went on a campaign. I was.
We talked about it a lot. We talked about it a lot.
I was like five.
Yeah.
It was like I was by myself. Like not the people who supported me, but I supported you.
Yeah.
I remember.
But you absolutely talked about it a lot.
When it
Said I would have voted for
praise
you.
God, I appreciate that. When it's time to get free, the only way we're going to do it is by leverage and anchor. It's like the Jewish community is not the most people in America, but they understand how to collectively use their leverage to have a position that serves them. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I keep on saying is we're us. We're a collective. Humanity, we're a collective. But we so easy to get into like an ego thing. Just like with the Drake thing, man. I love Drake. I was just telling you things that he was doing in the professional game of rap that was throwing me off. And then, okay, I bit his ear. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. That was Mike Tyson, Holyfield. That was professional
I'm not
sports.
voting for Ye, guys.
We in
I love Ye,
professional
but I'm
rap,
not voting for
meaning
Ye.
It's too many people that get paid off of either of us for something to happen to either of us.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll be on a record talking, I'm going to do this. No, you're not.
They should just have a UFC fight. Just box it out, fellas.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and why, you know, and life is just so fun and it's lit and we get to be professional, you know, rappers for a period of time out of our life and pull in this energy and have people talk.
He's about to lose a Ye follow on
it's
IG.
a responsibility. I think that it's a redemption, a redeeming quality. This is what I have. I'll be wanting to sit down with Drake to say this just as an OG to him is the redemption. Like when I asked him for the beat for TSU, that's my favorite song on CLB. It's like, Mama is not around, Daddy is not around.
CLB is my certified little boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm not gonna do a joke like, man, you ain't know the name of the album.
Listen, man. I live in my own world too, man. I'm not exactly you or him, but I live in my own world too. And I'm kind of the man in my shit, so I'm sorry. But go ahead. Yeah,
No, you don't have to say sorry to me. I'm fine with you not doing that.
I feel like going.
Okay, you can hit one time.
I'll take Ye over who we have now.
But the redemptive quality is like that third verse, because if you just leave it as is, it's gonna stay as is. And for me, in my opinion, Lucy and Grace ain't got no problem with it staying as is. I got a problem with it staying as is. I gotta, you know.
Lucy and Grace?
It's funny. I call Damian Hirst,
Not keeping up,
that did Drake's cover, because I felt like I didn't like the cover. I felt like he was trying to troll him or something. I love Damian
cover
Hirst.
was
I just bought a couple
terrible.
of his pieces right now. One of my
Drake's
top
cover
5 favorite
was
artworks
awful.
of all time is these animals he put in embalming fluid. So, you know, when you do my interview, which y'all should have, it's just
Lucy and
pop up at the
Grange.
bottom.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Thank
he did
you.
The shark. It's kind of similar to the scene in The Cell that had J-Lo by Tarsem, where a horse separated like this. So he actually did this, and I bought a dove for my family, for my wife, to put it there, and I bought this black sheep, because that's, you know, that's me. So I
bought a black sheep?
It's an actual black sheep and embalming fluid, and it's by Damian Hirst, who did the Drake album cover. So
I'm thinking you bought a real black sheep. Like,
but it's physically
it is.
This man bought an embalming like.
What?
It's a rich nigga shit.
I actually bought 1,200 living sheep.
That's a flex.
You're a rapper officially.
Yes. So,
Yo! What is happening?
So it's that third verse. I used to rap like this. I would say, girl ain't give me no ass, she needed to go down. And the next line would say, the pastor said I need Jesus, so I went to the church and let the water wash over my Caesar. I always gave a redemption. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like what Bone Thugs told you about.
Okay. But we need you to walk in that freedom, Kanye. Come on.
Make negative music that's gonna put more of us in jail. It's documented. You can load it up.
Wow.
So we do that, and you get like of God people, Travis Scott, Drake, Kanye West. We of God, God's plan, and then we make these songs that don't have a redemptive quality in what we're saying, because maybe we trying to look harder or be cooler or this, that, younger.
Okay, now we getting somewhere.
And act like we ready to die as much as
now we getting somewhere.
People who really got, 10 bodies and really.
Was there ever? I'm sorry to cut.
Yeah.
What did it? Because.
There's a lot of conspiracies in this song.
Took a shot at you on that song, but Travis Scott was on that same song. Was married. Did it ever put a strain in your relationship?
Oh yeah, I put everybody on a group text. Everybody gets the group. And what I don't like is like, when I'm talking
the group chat.
It was Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian.
Jay-Z got nothing to do with this, by the way.
He's on the song.
Jay-Z's on.
See, this I talked to Jay at the wedding the other day. He didn't know when he did the song that me and Drake had a problem. So after it came out, he's now in it. That's just like I did it before the fact. But what I'm saying is, so it's like Trav, but then Drake says it's like he said, I'm gonna put you on a guild. I have somebody put you on a guild, and which means put you on a t-shirt, right? And I'm talking to everybody that's in this community.
Drake said that in the
on the album. No, not on group text. He said it on the song.
Okay.
And I'm talking
Drake
about
talking greasy.
Kid Cudi, Pusha, Drake, Jay-Z, Kim, and Trav. One of the lines I said that was legend is I said, I'm worth more than all of y'all on this text combined.
That was a what? What did you say? That was a. I don't know what you just said.
He wrote that in the text group with everybody.
Yeah, that was one of the elements of the text.
Okay. This is an intense group chat.
But everybody wanna, as soon as I start dropping bars, oh my God, he's in the episode. Oh my God, he need to go to the hospital. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it's just, oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
He went into the Nori.
This is so good. Keep going.
He quoted Nori back to him.
It just got good.
Big something biggie. You going in there. So I just gotta shut up.
But what I'm saying is, as a community, we have to police ourselves. So if you got a person that's, we in a league of our own, right? It's like the NBA, life itself, but then also this like celebrity influential place of like musicians and influencers and stuff like that. And they have shit that's called like flagrant fouls inside of the league.
So in this group chat, did you tell Travis Scott that was a flagrant foul?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because,
you can't say you're going to put somebody on a t-shirt.
On without everybody knowing. So that means I felt like everybody should go to Drake and be like, you ain't saying that to North St. Chicago and songs like that.
He right.
Because he could be saying shit that's poking at me and driving me crazy. And then if I do something that seems crazy, then they just blaming me. It's like every nigga that got locked up, it's a reason. They didn't do it just because their life was perfect and they had all the opportunities in the world and they dad brought them up. There's very few people like that is just born serial killer. That's what they want to do. Right. People are always there for a reason. And ain't nobody like, I had this conversation where Drake is like, I never fucked Kim. But I was like, but you acted like you did. You got bars that's like hitting heels, give your wife the chills. You doing all kind of, it's like somebody throwing a marble and hiding their hand or something
we
like
getting
that.
somewhere with
It's
this
like,
Drake Kanye situation now. Here we go.
We had this conversation, and this is all, and to the point where Kim be like, I don't listen to this nigga no more. This nigga acting like he fucked, and like we ain't never really, like we never really had that conversation. Like, oh, I never fucked Kim. Like, no, but what about all the? Did you ever DM her? Did you ever? You know what I'm saying? Everything else around it. You know, because it ain't about
some grimy
just the
ass,
actual act of it. You know, the act.
Some grimy.
The anticipation of something is what we live in. Now is the shortest moment of our life. Now, the now that was just there is just gone now. You know what I'm saying? So you could be sitting there like, did he not? That's worse than if you, I would have rather you did, and I just actually had to just deal with the finality, because my mind, I'm like a Xerox printer. I'm Christian, but I tell you something, I talked to a healer that said I'm dealing with resentment from multiple lives of disloyalty, of the way I felt, you know,
Hide your kids,
Virgil
hide your
going
wife.
and just things like jealousy.
Explicit.
Yeah, absolutely, I was jealous. What do you mean? I'm a human being. And people try to tell you what to say and press and what to feel. Like, you don't feel that. If you was in my situation and you riding, no, this is the other thing. Sicko mode, they would play it at the kids' party. Ooh. So I'd have to bring my kids to a party with this man threatening my life on a song. Welcome to Calabasas. And then they wonder why you end up, you know, in the hospital. It has to be some type of respect, a male perspective, a God perspective, and some type of community.
Hey, it's
leadership.
late, man.
And I'm
My
the
apologies,
leader.
but
And
I
that's
gave
what
y'all a warning.
Lauren Hill.
Yeah, I told Lauren, I told everybody. I'm the leader. Let's look at it. Let's open up this Bible. Now, you know, your grandmother like, you need Jesus.
Yeah, you need Jesus.
That's what you need. Damn.
My favorite song, by the way.
Because praise God. Because all of this that we doing, it ain't adding up to nothing. And now God is pointing at me and said, this man worth $9 billion.
Jesus.
This man, and that's pretty good for a black man. Since I was the black. First of all, I said that before. We gotta take the black version off of it. Because I'm running circles around, you know, all the other. You know what we're gonna do?
Guys.
Yeah,
All
you know
others.
that black or white. But what we're gonna do to the world?
We gotta make some noise for that.
Yeah.
We gotta continue.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, you got me hyped, motherfucker. I'm sorry.
yeah. I mean, like, look at Moses. In order for Moses to be Moses, he had the ability to be able to take down anybody else. That's my thing.
I said the A word because Kanye said that Drake alluded to sleeping with Kim, even though he'd never sleep with Kim. And I thought out loud and said, that's some foul yeah. So, my apologies.
If I'm a rap on a song, if I'm gonna do a beat, if we talk about money, whatever we're talking about,
Federal Library.
I'm gonna be the Moses of the situation, because that's what God anointed me, that skill set, to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have Drake write a verse. You wouldn't have Virgil do a song for you, but you wouldn't have Drake pick out a purse for you. You know what I'm saying? I would compete with both of them at the same caliber. You know, competing with Virgil at Louis Vuitton with my little brown sweatshirts. Somehow, this man been anointed with different skill sets. So that's why I said I put him on a group text, and it wasn't about the matching Arc'teryx or Kid Cudi dress. It's like, you know how it is, if you texting a girl or a girl texts you back, they might, just to gain some position, text you back slow, different things. Let me tell you, as the leader, I don't operate like that. Don't be on my phone texting back slow. If I, and it's some
immediate response.
Or don't be on my phone. That don't work with, like I told you, I'm a Xerox printer.
Right.
Meaning I could see a dinosaur bone and build a dinosaur out of it mentally. So if I hear a verse, I'm gonna build a dinosaur. I'm gonna hear a dinosaur bone out of a line too. Because people could look and be like, oh, he never did this. But that don't mean that line hasn't built an entire dinosaur bone. And this is a perfect time for me to come back, because you gotta understand.
I am not following.
I was
Anyone else following with the
and
dinosaur
then
bone?
They started making more yays. Watch this. Yay is like this encompassing thing of fashion, bars, beats, production, videos, this. And then what happened is you get Rocky dressing better than me, Tyler making better videos, Drake, more records, Virgil, higher position in fashion, and J. Cole, more backpack, or Kendrick, better bars and stuff. So I literally had to go like Thanos, and I don't want to have to be the villain, but when I went and did the Donda thing, Ye returned. Yeah. And everybody had to sit back and watch the real leader. They talk about goats and this and that. It's like, because I affect people 20 years older than me. I affect people 20 years younger than me. And that's what it factually is. And you gotta know who you is, and you gotta tell people who you are. Man, I got this money guy. As I'm up here disappointed, because actually I gotta stop screaming at white people. But I got this money guy that said, yo, you got 80 accounts open, which is what I said, it's the hit. It's a way to kill me. And he was just dismissive. He was like, man, I just saw what Trump did with this SPAC, and you can do this. I said, man, when I do it, we're gonna get up to Elon and Bezos and Arnault territory. And he just says to me very nonchalantly, well, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be all that. 3 minutes later in conversation, he's talking to me about you got 80 accounts open and this is ridiculous. He said it at the beginning. Wow. You know, I said I already heard that. I started raising my voice. Then he checked me like, who you screaming at? Who you screaming at? But it's like, boy, when you dismiss me and when I try to stand up and you push my shoulder like that, that's a part of the programming in schools today. I seen my son do his homework at Sierra Canyon because Daddy got his own school. So, called Donda, named after my mom. First black female English chair at English department at Chicago State. So he's doing his homework, and it's math. And it's got 3 eggs and 2 eggs, and it says 3 plus 2 equals what? And he says 5. And the next one has 3 eggs plus 2 eggs, and it says 2 plus 1 equals what? And he says 5. And see, the picture was wrong with the number. Right. He starts to get frustrated. He starts crying. He doesn't understand. And I was there, you know, thinking he was too young for me to explain this to him. I was like, no, this is getting you prepped to be pulled over for no reason and think it's okay.
I'm lost, guys. I mean, I understand his son. He's learning education system, conditioning you, but this is like the Joe Rogan interview though. Like he's just flowing from topic to topic.
This is getting prepped for you to be the person that deserved the job, and someone else get the job. They hire Virgil over you, and you think it's okay, and you can't say nothing because you a sellout to black people if you say you got to go get a hug. You know what I'm saying? They getting you prepped. It's prep school, right, baby? Right. It's preparation for your limitation.
Yeah, following Ye's mental workout.
We in these schools right now, baby. Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna get killed by the end of this interview. I'm just gonna try my best.
No, you're giving it to
Schools have gotten worse, to be honest.
You're giving it to us.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a part of the overall slave ship and the slave mentality. When I cut my hair like this.
You cut it yourself or a barber did that?
Let me tell you, I should have cut my hair myself because I was in Europe.
So you paid a nigga to do that?
No, tell me. Exactly. Yeah. It's funny that you say that because I asked because you guys are a barber. If you ever cut a plug in somebody's hair, your barbershop might shut down. I cut hair for a living back, 14, 15. I used to do that to buy clothes and also to buy music equipment. Okay. I got a story. We're gonna get into some real rap shit. We had to we into this. We into this. I had to just give you some. All the TMZ existence. Right. Yeah.
Tell us about the haircut.
Beginning. So, damn, what was that train of thought? We were talking about the barber. Okay, haircut. If you cut a plug in somebody's hair, you could lose your job. You could. I remember I used to cut hair, and I had one day I had 6 clients. I had the most money. I might have had 120, I don't know. And the next day, these barbers, they was real good in town. They said, your boy was on a mission. Yesterday I was feeling all proud. I was like, yeah, well, I was getting it in. And then he said, people was walking in like this and walking out like this.
You just hurrying up?
No, because I was bad.
I didn't know he was going there. Okay.
So he cuts my hair, and I'm going through this thing an hour. I'm like, I'll take a little bit more here, do this here, blah, blah. And after this, it took all the life out of this man as a black barber, as a African American, as a blood of Christ, as a Hebrew, as a see, I'm telling y'all what it is, right? So
he on a Hebrew.
And he was so disappointed that he didn't even charge me. He just walked away like, man, I did this to Kanye West.
For something that you asked for too.
Yeah. And then a few days later, I cut my hair. Now, mind you, I thought it was lit and only God, the universe, the video game, that my haircut.
You posted it on the gram? Was that you who posted it?
But the fact that my haircut and my name came at the same time.
No more slave name.
Yeah, it had to be something because to do that, this was harder than wearing a Trump hat. Because every time it's my image, you know, I'm fly, so it's just everything is like you get your hair cut, it's Friday night.
I see where he's going
I'm
with
finna
this.
go to the club, or I gotta go to a wedding. Or
Yeah,
I
he
gotta
definitely
go to a
seemed like he
graduation,
on
or
the-
I'm
on the
going
Hebrew
to my
stuff.
job. Yo, as a man, as a black man, your lining, your haircut means so much. So then I'm sitting in the mirror at the hotel, and I grab and I remember, oh snap, I have a barber skill set and an art skill set. And I start cutting, because one of my homegirls like, I think it need a lining. Cause it just looked really.
It's still lined up. It's still
And
lined up.
I was like, I ain't finna get no lining. I got $9 billion to I need a lining. I don't need no lining. so then I cut it a different way, and the name of our basketball team is the Doves, the Donda Doves. So I started to cut it like a dove. So this is actually 3 doves cut in my hair.
Right.
And what I like is one patch will grow back and it starts to make these layers. And I said, you know, I'm an artist,
Right.
like a process artist. And I like to let people in on the process,
I don't
like
see
what
the
we did with
doves.
the rollout. So when you see the hair, it's like you see the process of the haircut. You also see the process, it's like a representation of my thoughts developing
Right.
because of how close it is to my, you know,
Right.
to my head.
brain, right?
And then the whole thing is it gotta look hot, you know, at the end of the day. Like it's girls that hit me like, yo, I like that mask. Cause when I wore the mask, yeah.
Hov texted us and told us, make sure you don't walk in with that white mask. but
I got the mask on me actually.
Where's it at?
I was actually about to start giving out haircuts because apparently this is about to be a thing.
yeah, a lot of people gonna bite your shit.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that he wanted to make a statement with legally changing his name to Ye and do it in a way that's I think almost like self-deprecating. I think I'm following along correctly. So it was like a on the monk tip, kind of a nomad, traveling around, changing his name, and therefore he does that to his hair. So I think I kind of get it.
And my barber name is Edward Niggerhands.
I like him already. And I like the fact you holding a smoke channel. I like that. If you want to light up, you can light up. If you want to light up, yeah, you can light up. That's okay.
No.
Yeah.
No. You thinking about it.
Practice and restraint.
You my Joe Rogan. Let's go.
It's where it all went
I'm
left.
not a real smoker. Y'all ain't gonna embarrass me. You gotta light it. Like, I got the gloves on me like.
Yeah, somebody light it for me, please.
This man, the Hennessy is the Achilles heel, and he finna light up.
Because I remember when
Hopefully, there's
Nas,
only a few more minutes left of this.
named his
This could
company Ill
this
Will,
get bad.
Yeah.
And I believe that he had to change the name of his company because it's easy to say like fuck Ill Will, but Ill Will is an actual person. Ill Will was his actual best friend.
Yeah.
So was it ever a time where you said that about naming your album that? Because let's suppose somebody don't like this album, and somebody could say fuck Donna. They're not saying fuck your mother, but they're saying fuck the actual material. Did you ever feel any concern about that, naming it after her?
Not at all, but I have seen them do these things. When everybody said they like Donda way better than CLB, they had this thing where they had these football players coming up saying, what you like better, CLB or Donda? And then they was like, CLB. And then one of them was like, yeah, fuck Donda. I was like, bro, that's my mama.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
The Hennessy is the Achilles heel, man.
But, so you did feel that a certain way, like there was a football player saying fuck.
Yeah, but he was saying fuck the album.
Okay, so moving on. Who was it that you said you wanted to work with, the baby, and you couldn't work with him?
Oh, yeah. It's like people in my camp was trying to protect me from working with the baby. It's so funny. I had
The baby or little baby? I forgot which one was it.
Well, you know, it was really hard for me to get in contact with both of them in all actuality. I had to tweet to
But
really...
you had a red hat on at the time, though?
No, this is after I had a red hat, but I still got a red hat on today. I'll let y'all know that. I might not got it on, but I'll let y'all know where I stand. Yeah. Confirm?
But that was one of the thing with your first listening session was in the Mercedes Dome in Atlanta, and that was one of the standout things. One, getting to hear you and Jay back together, getting to hear Jay say that this might be the return of the throne, but he did say, "I told him put that red back." That red hat all alone.
Yeah, that was funny, bro. I literally got on some like Michael from Goodfellas, like going crazy, like it ain't like that. You can't tell me what hat to wear. I had gangsters try to take my hat when I was little and blah blah. It was like, and then, but I did get him though, cause I heard that he was watching on the third listening session.
Okay.
So we start off.
I
with
think we just
jail
got a different connotation.
Like,
He's not
you know,
on it.
then it's the baby.
you can argue. You got make
Not
a.
on there.
Yeah.
We watched that too.
Yeah, and he had to be like,
I think the reason why the weed thing is a little different. I mean, you can make I think a pretty sound scriptural argument for drink in the Old and New Testament as not something that's forbidden. Jesus' first wedding was Jesus' first miracle was at a wedding, turning water into wine. Most historians are going to agree that that was actual wine. So I think there's precedent to, okay, he's sitting down, he's having a drink. He used some language. I think hitting the blunt, you know, that's kind of how I feel about it. But I don't know. I've never hit a blunt like that. I don't know. Maybe some people say you can hit a blunt and not be drunk. I don't think so. All right. But it is more stigmatized, and I do feel like it's one of those, like, I think it would have been fly had he got in there and not smoked and drank. I think that would have been dope. But he's gonna do what he wants. I don't drink, by the way. FYI.
Hard, though, man. You know what's another thing? It's so funny.
Okay.
I was sitting in the studio with I was sitting backstage at Soldier Field with Roddy Ricch and the baby, and I was like, "Yo, God really got a new level of shooters around right now. They in another algorithm. It's a whole thing. The way the baby be rap, he go into that beat and out of that beat." Around that beat, he'll give you the melody. That man was the #1 streaming artist for a reason. This is like Terminator 3. You know what I'm saying? I understand people like a slow flow here and there, blah, blah, but that's the thing. That's the moment when, obviously, like Nas made Ether, and that's going to be forever. You know, I made Takeover. You know,
No, I never knew that.
yeah, I made Takeover.
How you not know that, Nori?
Never knew that.
And my girlfriend, Sumiki Rainey from Chicago, is the one that gave me the sample. She gave me the sample for The Truth, and she gave me the sample for Takeover.
Wow.
She's like,
Guys, before you assume anything about Kanye's circle or any of that, like, just Google Pastor Adam Tyson. You can see his interview with Apologia. He's the guy that preached at every single Sunday service. Just don't, because I had a conversation with Marcus Rogers earlier. Like, just don't assume you know who's around Kanye, because you don't really know. I know because I've been to a couple Sunday services. And so if you look up Pastor Adam Tyson, search Adam Tyson, Kanye, Adam Tyson, Apologia, you'll see the actual pastor that discipled him, that was at every single thing that I was at. Pastor Adam Tyson preached at. And there's all kinds of people around him. There's folks that are full on charismatic, casting out demons, healing people I know that I've seen heal somebody, and there's people on the other end of the spectrum. So just don't do that whole like he needs this, he needs that. The dude got a wide spectrum of people around him. It's on him and his sanctification journey on what he's gonna do in this season of life. All right.
it's like Oz is one that kind of sounds like The Truth. You might like it. Gonna win.
He did claim that he did said he quit. Or he said, I think he quit drinking and he was still dabbling or was with weed a little bit. But I think in his Zane Lowe interview, he did say that.
Taking over, come on.
The thing is, listen, Kanye.
Yeah.
We have a game on our show.
Yeah.
Oh, was you finished or you?
Oh yeah, I wanted to say
Okay, please.
about it was something about related to Takeover. Oh,
Okay.
the algorithm.
Okay.
Is that your bitch? That was the moment when Jay-Z went like this and Nas was like this. Because Nas couldn't. In Chicago, we call it sniping. Nas is my favorite rapper of all. I said that many.
Reduce the whole album.
Yeah, many a times I said this is my favorite rapper. But the moment when it shifted was the
DJ Payne said it's the worst interview ever.
when Nas couldn't rap.
This is like every
that
Kanye
style,
interview.
and
The
Jay-Z
Joe Rogan
could.
interview.
And I think the moment
I need you to clarify what you mean. I'm sorry.
then is that your bitch? And y'all in this ride, when y'all in this six, and da-da-da-da. Like how we rap from Chicago.
Okay.
Like how we call it sniper, how Bone Thugs
Like double time? Would you say double time?
Right.
Twisting. Yeah, we call it
I understand what you're
sniping,
saying.
right? So, but Nas, he don't snipe. He don't snipe like that. And then the thing that I feel affected Jay was actually death of auto-tune. Because auto-tune didn't die.
Yeah, Jay kind of played himself like that.
I think the most influential artist.
Yeah, it sounds like him and Jay is still
past
close.
10
Or
years
recently
is Future.
reconciled.
Oh,
Most important, most influential to our sound today.
Yeah, really
And
kind of
then
disappointing
you
interview, huh,
throw
Jordan?
in, you know, Chief Keef.
you ever took an
You got
ecstasy
it.
with Future?
No. And then also, one thing is like, with Soulja Boy is top 5 most influential, and I'm not gonna argue with you niggas about this at all. But this is Soulja Boy
he's
top
right,
5
definitely, yeah.
as far as to what we are today.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
that's
But
it's
why
like
you take him off your album?
you ain't hear that verse?
No. He was apparently. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, okay. He was apparently mad at you. The verse wasn't good.
Nah, but I tell you what though.
I'm sorry, I wasn't ready. I continue.
I tell you what though, Soulja Boy is the future though. The future is a couple people.
Right.
You know, I got some things. Even when my style is like, I never liked Touch the Sky and Gold Digger, that style. I only liked Can't Tell Me Nothing and Say You Will, and that's why I'm still here today, because everything is moving around us. You know what I'm saying? It's like my wife changed the thought of the idea of beauty. You know what I'm saying? It was white girls in her school that used to talk down on her for having an ass, and now it's white girls that go and get ass. You know, so Can't Tell Me Nothing. My thoughts behind it. I mean, I think Can't Tell Me Nothing for Jeezy.
The jumps
And-
around.
It was for him,
Okay.
and I got DJ Toomp to do the drums because I love what you know about that. Oh, let me tell you about when Atlanta took over rap. It was Bone Crusher was the moment. It changed. That's when Atlanta took over.
We ain't never scared.
Yes, that was. Because also you gotta understand, I'm like Kobe, LeBron, or Michael Jordan, or Phil Jackson of rap. I understand the game also. I'm not only a client, I'm the player president. I'm on the player, I'm a coach.
But when you say take over from the perspective of what? Because Goody Mob and Outkast and what they was doing was
Goody Mob, Outkast was
changing.
running
It
stuff.
wasn't-
It wasn't. Now, I'm not gonna say that Goody Mob and Outkast, it wasn't as street as T.I. It didn't have all the bitches like T.I. Father God, excuse me for saying bitches, but the orphanage that I'm creating called Donda.
At least he prayed and
named after my
repented
mom.
for it in
My
the
mom
moment.
saved my life. My mom was like, I'm keeping Kanye. This orphanage is going to provide, first of all, the way God is, we already got, what do we call them, bed nurses?
I'm gonna speed this up a little
So this
bit.
is like when you go and get your ultrasound, they tell you if your baby's gonna come out. Okay. In hospitals today, they would tell a black mother that the baby not finna come out today because we are inside. Us as 12 tribes of Judah, as a member of the Hebrew people, we are still inside of our genocide. 50% of all black deaths a year is abortion. And Black deaths a year is abortion.
Wow.
And Plan B was created by Margaret Sanger with the
Okay.
KKK.
Get on his
for black
pro-life
population
vibes. I like
control.
this. Come on, Ye. Bring us back to Jesus, my
This is what
guy.
I cried about during the election. Those tears is gonna be gospel someday. And what am I doing? I know the guy from Texas got a lot of backlash for changing the laws. I'm not in a position, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is providing a plan A, an opportunity where you can bring your children. If you feel like you can't take care
Come
of them,
on, Ye.
you ain't got a
Pro-life,
place to
Ye.
take them,
Come on.
You don't have the support system, we got a place that's gonna have. I'm like, you thought I wasn't gonna try to get killed in this interview? Dr. Sebi's diet,
Oh gosh.
based off Dr. Sebi's diet, saving not only black children, but all God's children, giving an opportunity of a utopia. Because the reason why we didn't get our 40 acres and a mule is we have 40 acres, we have more people. We have more people and we have leadership with the leaders not strategically taken out of the community in the 80s and the drugs and guns put into it. And then the algorithm, you know what I'm saying, the 808. The 808 exists in the lowest chakra of your body.
Oh, gosh.
The majority of
This man
content
talking
that's
about
related to
chakras.
the 808 is killer or sexual content. The original 808s was even off pitch. So that meant it's an actual sound in the track that you don't realize is there that is fucking up your entire frequency. Right. And now, today, every time I hear a car come out, it's 808. But if you think about African music and hip-hop when we was breakdance to, it was light.
The percussion.
It was upbeat. It was the drums. Now it's like, and all of this is a bigger, and it's like, man, you know, at this point, it's like they should have killed me when I said George Bush don't care about black people. I ain't got nothing to say. You know, they SNL making my wife say I divorced him on TV because they just wanted to get that bar off, and I ain't never even seen the papers. We not even divorced.
Wow.
So how we, because that ain't no joke to me. My kids want their parents to stay together. I want I want us to be together.
I want y'all to be together too.
If you look at the media, that's not what they promoting. That's not what they want. They want it to be a new wedding, a new episode, a new TV show. And then they have people all around in my wife's ear. You know what I'm saying? It's a publicist that's next to her. I don't fuck with her.
That was as clear as you can say.
Hold on. Let me put that
And
back.
it's like, man, you know, at this point, it's like they should have killed me when I said George Bush don't care about black people. I ain't got nothing to say. You know, they SNL making my wife say I divorced him on TV because they just wanted to get that bar off, and I ain't never even seen the papers. We not even divorced.
Wow.
So how we, because that ain't no joke to me. My kids want their parents to stay together. I want their parents. I want us to be together.
I want y'all to be together too.
If you look at the media, that's not what they promoting. That's not what they want. They want it to be a new wedding, a new episode, a new TV show. And then they have people all around in my wife's ear. You know what I'm saying? It's a publicist that's next to her. I don't fuck with her.
Man, this man went after the publicist.
As clear as you can say.
Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna try to get killed this interview?
I mean, he is saying he don't want to get divorced, so that's good news.
I guess. Right?
We don't come music now.
Let's get into some games.
So it's called Quick Time with Slime, right?
Yeah. I do not want over a house, and I don't fuck with some of them nannies either. All right, what's the game?
Okay, so it's called Quick Time with Slime. You can pick one or the other. You either pick one or the other, or you pick one and hot damn shit. You pick both.
You pick both or neither.
You pick both, then you take a shot. All right.
Neither or both.
Neither or both. Okay. Tupac or DMX?
Ooh, they same, and they both here right now. Both of them are like.
Yup, see, X is on your shirt. So you taking a shot?
I said same. I said they the same. They both here right now.
That equals a shot.
Both or neither is a shot.
You pick both.
Are we doing a shot of this?
Yeah, you can do a shot of that. That's no problem. Salute, my brother. Salute, my brother. All right.
Well, I gotta have the luxury of the celebrity version.
Okay.
If it's gonna be a shot, it's gonna be a shot.
Okay.
You want
Oh, God.
A real shot. Yeah.
You want the shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't, you know.
Okay. So this one I don't know.
He said if he's a disaster.
Common or Talib?
Oh, definitely. Common. Are you, man?
That's Chi-Town.
Oh, no, it ain't Chi-Town.
okay.
It ain't Chi-Town. Common is 1,000 times better rapping than Kweli. What you talking about?
No, I gotta disagree with you. I'm taking a shot. Just gotta disagree.
No, you can take a shot, but no, you asked me my opinion.
Okay, your opinion. That's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
My opinion is like everybody know that Common is 1,000. The only thing I don't like about Common is he like work for the Democrats to be saying all kind of like whatever they tell him to do. This is a light skinned nigga be doing.
Oh, no.
John Legend.
No.
It's different.
This one I think is gonna be a little
Wrap the interview
Kweli
up.
be getting up and like come back home. Home where, nigga? You know what I'm saying? When I got a difference of opinion of Trump hat, it's like, nigga, Kweli, you single-handedly kept baseball caps in business. You the last nigga with this type of hat on trying to tell me where to come home
Started
to. You know
so
what I'm saying?
good
Just turn
and it's
up.
ending
And then when he was
so
on here,
bad.
He didn't tell you the story about when me and 88 Keys picked him up from his house, drove to Marina Del Rey, and had breakfast together and vibed out. He didn't tell you that I feel that the Black Star album is the hardest album since Dark Fantasy. This is the best album since Dark Fantasy. He up here talking about, you know, it's an agenda, it's all control, man. It's like, you know, crabs in a barrel. Jay-Z got this, my favorite line, he said, but why would crabs shouldn't be in a barrel? So how you gonna tell me how crabs are active they in a barrel? Of course they put it in a barrel. What you talking about? But yeah, man, it's like, that's my issue, man. That man, and all these like backhand, oh yeah, you know, Ye, you know, he's a billionaire, but fuck him being a billionaire. They need to be more billionaires. And he in thin air, but he not like Dave Chappelle. He not like down with the people. He not that. Man, you can't tell me what I'm going through in my life and whether I'm with the people and adjustment of how I should be like you. If I be like you, Kweli, I'll be where you at. Now, if you take the average 99% of people say, do you want to be Kweli or do you want to be Ye? Most people gonna want to be Ye, Kweli. So like you told that man, don't give me no advice. Go open up a book, read yourself to death, man. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. People be so like, people
He
be
going
so,
in on Kweli.
You know, oh, I'm well read. I can't read that well, bro. I can't count that well. That's not my skill set. But tribally, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a real word. I'm sure it's not quality approved.
Great chances of a real word.
So tribally, you know, if we was back You know, in African times, you got to understand Shakespeare created 30% of our language. We speak in a language that's not our own. We speak the drums. That's why it's so hard.
Shakespeare
That's why
created
it's so hard
30%
for
of
it
our
to be a
language?
black billionaire, and it's so hard to get a Post Malone. You know what I mean? Like a white black dude or something. You know, it's very few and far between that somebody can figure it out, because the game and society in America has been made for us to not figure it out. So all these books, when we go to college and we discriminate against each other, because we got this degree that ain't gonna add up to shit to us getting a job for another white person. And I gotta say that, you know why? Because I was separated from my dad, and I just now understand what happened. My mom was an actress, but she also had a B plan of being an English professor. And she went for a gig, and she didn't get it, and she went to be a professor. Now, her and my dad are separated, but I was still in town.
Okay.
She got a job offer in Chicago from this white organization, Chicago State University, and it separated me from my best friend. So I had to grow up around people who didn't understand me, who didn't love me. People was looking at me as an opportunity since I was 14 because I was a prodigy. You know, I've been had industry friends, so to say, oh, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna get some beats out this nigga. We're gonna go this type of, because my mom separated me for the opportunity of more money. Society is set up to have people go away to college, go away here, and in between your dorm room and your college, or in between your hometown and where you got to go to school, it's going to be a bunch of liquor stores, it's going to be a bunch of strip clubs, it's going to be a bunch of malls, it's going to be a bunch of things that we do that when we don't have that love, like a kibbutz. We need Christian kibbutz. We can have communities, be as close.
Kibbutz?
Kibbutz, like Jewish people have this type of circular community.
Like a community center?
No, it's like where they live and where we need to live, where the grandparents can take care of the kids. It's better to have a grandparent taking care of the kids than a nanny taking kids hired love.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That we move as a community. And as a community, we will not fail. There's communities that didn't go into slavery, like I think it's in Masada.
Okay, hold on. This is a quick time slide. I don't want to go there.
All right, let me do a shot.
Yeah, do a shot. You have to do a shot. You have to do a shot.
And I said all that to say that we got our opinion with Kweli. I love Kweli. I never really liked the way he rapped.
Yo!
I'm trying to get away with this question.
We can never
Oh,
mention
no more
Common
questions.
and Kweli in the same breath. Keep it going.
Okay.
I hope there's not much time left, fam.
All right.
Hurry, man.
Pusha or Big Sean?
Oh, I love this. Let me tell you.
He said, not quick about this quick time.
Okay.
I already decided that when I die, on my tombstone, it's gonna say, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean.
Wow.
So I'm not quite sure of your pick.
Yeah, you're not quite sure.
So
You say
Big Sean, he said,
Big Sean over Pusha T?
No, I'm saying that
Well, you
the
take a shot.
first thing I've ever done was sign Big Sean.
That's a beautiful thing. Oh, that's a beautiful thing, man.
No,
wait.
No,
worse.
it's worse.
Oh, no.
You fucked me up right now.
The worst? No.
I thought you said the best. Okay, hold on.
Nah, man, look, they let that, man, I know this man mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've changed this man's family, and both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at they boy that actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. And I don't rock with neither of them. And I need my apologies. I ain't saying they gonna change, but niggas is scared. I feel you. They, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't got 100 talents. They got them under pressure.
And you still got him signed to your contract? Is he still on there?
Man,
Good?
when we sign, we just working for the white labels. We ain't signing nobody. This ain't independent. Yeezy's the only 100% owned independent. You know,
Ouch.
black owned or whatever. I don't know. If
Did he
owned after
really
this,
expect like folks to go and?
But you know what I'm saying? Like when we
Like
sign,
campaign
we don't sign
for
someone,
him?
We're signing someone to the bigger Vivendi slave.
Is that
ship,
what he was
to the bigger
expecting?
Universal slave shit.
Right.
Y'all saying all these tweets is crazy. You know why Prince gave me the song Jail? Because he liked what I did. And he's like, I like what you did with them contracts.
He said Prince gave it to you. Right.
Man, he definitely, guess who's going to jail tonight? You know what I'm saying? Gemini
just for
spirit
people
to
who
be
don't
there.
Because he was on that too.
Yeah.
Just people don't know. You talking about Prince.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Ass out Prince.
And
Yeah.
Prince trying to get away from corporations, disconnect.
Prince with the slave on his
Yeah,
cheek.
slave on his cheek. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, bro. This man.
Okay, we gotta get through quick time.
All right, go ahead.
It's not gonna be quick, man. Let's
It's not gonna be quick, but I like.
If you want your flowers,
today.
if you want your flowers, it's like, man,
Okay.
if you took Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson, Prince, the existence of Kanye West, oh, he's so crazy. It's like, okay, well, if I'm crazy and it's up, then it's up.
Then it's up.
Then it's
All right,
up.
let me move on to the next question. Biggie or Big Pun?
Well, Biggie for me, but equal level they equal geniuses though.
I love that. Okay, let's move on.
I gotta take a shot.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, no.
You pick me.
They're like, don't drink. Thanks, don't drink.
Like you said, but no, you said.
Oh, yeah, here's where it's get tricky. This is just on the CEO
You know it's the
level.
issue when
My
Drink
audience
Champs is telling you not to
is
drink.
just CEO level.
One second.
They like trying to protect him, I think.
Okay, you want to say something genius? Go ahead, go.
With John and Sean, John.
John Legend.
No. I just thought it was a rap thing. Puff is my goat and twin. Goat and twin.
So you're not letting. Okay,
So
let's get to it.
with Sean and John, you know, Pusha voted Democrat, voted for Kamala. We ain't seen her since the election either. And I ain't seen you try Whole Foods. I ain't seen her since the election. They got 94% of the black female vote. You would have thought Drake was running. Pusha didn't come out and outright diss me to the public. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he like, man, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I didn't diss Virgil when he took the Louis thing, you know what I'm saying? These people came out, and then John Legend, he sounds so white. He was like, the rapper. It's just like, man, it's like, where's God in this conversation? You know what I'm saying? Who do you work for? Because if you don't work for God, then you're working for the devil. So who you working for at this point? I'm a man of God. God got me covered. And as long as I'm alive, God's not finished.
God damn it. All right. Let's make some noise for that. This is just on the. Okay. You get lit. Okay. This is just on the CEO level. Jay or Dame? Just CEO.
Absolutely, 1000% Dame Dash.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Okay.
Because
I need an explanation for this one.
Dame Dash the visionary.
Okay.
He the original black hipster. I'm the devil's worst nightmare. I'm Dame Dash with money.
I don't know how to take that one, but continue.
Like, and I'm also Jay and Dame combined. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Dame has the vision. You see it. And this man, I remember, what's his name? Was Steve Rifkin or something? He said, oh, Dame is in Ye's pocket. Hey, white boy, don't never speak on me and Dame. Don't ever speak on our situation of me taking care of the man to put me on.
Right. Beautiful. Beautiful shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you think I'm a man. Not everybody gonna make the money. You know what I'm saying? If you got a community, you gotta have people who can figure out how to earn. That's what I was one of Jay's best earner. Anytime he needed that beat, boom. You know what I'm saying? So Dave never have to work again. Period. You know what I'm saying? Anything ever need, I'm here. The more and more money I got, this is my family. I'm never gonna let nobody speak on our relationship.
Make some Beans or the game?
No, Beanie, because even though I talk about
So you went with Beanie?
Yeah, Beanie.
No shots, okay.
Yeah, because of, I always envy, I was jealous of like Busta Rhymes, how perfect he rapped. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yo, y'all gotta chill with speaking on behalf of this man's salvation. Some of y'all have never gone through a rough year, rough month, rough week. Like, relax, guys. We were watching this play out, okay? Just chill with that. Clearly, I'm not excited by some of the things happening in this interview. But when you start declaring who isn't saved, you gotta tune that down, or this is not the channel for you. You will get kicked out. Stop it. Stop it. That's foul. Because next time you're having a bad day, or you're having you have a slip up, or you say something you shouldn't say, or you have a weak moment, what if that was magnified in front of 144,000 people to say? Stop
Versus?
What you say?
Would you battle Busta in the versus?
Man, I'll battle anybody. Don't your name, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, that's it.
I'm sorry.
Battle anybody. I don't care. You tell. I excel. Okay, so Beanie, just because I'm like, I'm in that like sophisticated kind of like, if I hooped, I would hoop like D Rose or Curry or Kobe or something. Like, I'm real like slick. Like, you just look at my color palette and my whole. I'm like on some like Puff Daddy, like real. And Beanie, all the Rockefeller rappers really had, Freeway was like the closest to like the ODB, but I used to say when I wanted to rap, I was like, man, I cut one of my fingers off to have Busta Rhymes' voice and his skill set. I
Busta got a good voice.
Back in Chicago. So Beanie is that, man, woo. Like, we were just listening to What You Do Is Wrong, wrong. the way.
Max said he's having a battle with his mind. Listen, he's having a battle with the Hennessy. This man don't drink like that. I don't think he should have drank the Henny. That is what led to the Taylor Swift moment, and he made a dumb decision to continue. I don't know if he's taking shots. Do you take shots of Hennessy or do you just sip on Hennessy? Anyway, that's what the issue is right now. Like the Hennessy, and I'm sure the hitting the blunt once didn't add.
He was on the, and by the way, here's another thing. I still owe Beanie money, and I've been trying to give him this money for a minute.
He gonna get the money back.
He gonna get the money.
I think the memo will get through it.
Oh, he gonna watch it. Go ahead.
Yeah, because
really, how you owe him money though? I don't understand.
Because he made up the name Yeezy.
Wow.
He used to call me Yeezy.
Biggs just text me that.
Yeah.
Wait up. This is deep. So he made up the name Yeezy?
He used to call me Yeezy. This is the thing. People who took a liking to me in volatile situations would always give me a nickname. So it seemed like I was like cool like them. So my boy Mali, that used to sell guns, he's completely legal now. he called me K-Rock. You know, when I would be like on 79th and this and stuff like, you know. So that's like, that was Beanie's name for me when I was at Baseline.
Yeezy.
Like on some, no, that's Yeezy, like make him want a bus. He let me wear a state property chain, like he really just embraced me because it was like
yo,
the
need
most.
some money, man. You do. Give him a little something, man. Give him a little something, man. You know, that was real. That's some real shit right there. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Okay.
And I've been trying to give it to him. I was like, man, this man made up the name. It's like, you know, the lady who made the Nike swoosh.
I wonder how much you gonna give him the name.
Sure she was straight. Or the lady that made the
Yeezy.
fidget spinner. I don't know if she's straight yet, but she.
Who the nigga that made the thong? Because he needed to.
When the sister?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Kiss or fab?
Sheesh.
Take a shot? You can take a shot.
No, the thing is, you know, I'm gonna have to say kiss, you know, because what do I want to cut my finger off for? That voice. That voice. And then, man, it's so funny, man. It's just like, people, when I was back in, like, early in my career, rappers used to, like, stop rapping. And now it's like, niggas just really have something to say and have a great perspective. Like, when I work with architects, the architect I work with that's designing the Donda Orphanage and everything, this architect is 80 years old. He just turned 80 in September. Look at, like, Pusha T. Like, look at me. I'm actually 44 years old, and I'm competing at the highest level at 44. It's like LeBron or, like, 7-ring Brady, you know, competing at that level. And that's how Jada's, and obviously, Fab, both of them got bars. I just always loved. Also, another thing, it's like they was in the game before me, so me and Monop used to ride around Chicago.
John Monopoly.
Yeah, John Monopoly. We used to just ride around and marvel at, you know, the new Swiss Beats with them on it, and just, and then Mace Murder and DMX, and this is like our, man, like, I mean, I'ma always look at people that way, you know, the way that I always see them as gods, as.
So this one should be easy for you.
Yeah.
Nas or Jay Electronica?
Well, it's Nas because that's who, because Nas is my favorite rapper, because it's Nas.
Right.
What do you mean? It's Nas. Nas is Nas. He's like ordained in our video game to be the best rapper and considered to be the best. You know what I mean? It's Nas. His name is synonymous with greatest rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the.
It's like one time I caught him with Vans on. I didn't like it.
I played basketball against him, and that's when I knew hip hop was dead.
You know, he can't walk and shit. He can't walk and shit. Nah, stop basketball. Oh, I'm sorry, Nas. You know, I do not let him win. His friends be letting him win, so he thought he was good. But I let him know. Not y'all. I got. Okay, Pharrell or Timberland? Beat-wise only.
I'm gonna roll with Timberland because of the sample.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really hope this interview is wrapping up because this is the first 40 minutes of this was good until he took like that third hit of Hennessy. It was good, and then it just slowly unraveled. I feel like I drank, and I like watching this. I feel like I had a sip of the Hennessy.
Style and the fact that when he came through Virginia, and Virginia is a very
Pharrell's from Virginia as well, just in case you don't know.
They definitely both are.
And that was the shot. That was the shot.
They go from Virginia.
He had me questioning it for a second.
Because Pharrell definitely gonna call you about that one. I'm from Virginia too, yeah. You want to take a shot?
Yeah.
All right, salute. Our show is about giving people their flowers.
Yeah.
We really want to give you a flower.
This is a premiere. This isn't live. This is a premiere.
One of the most inspirational people in hip hop.
I have no words to explain this interview. I'm with you, fam.
When the sneakers drop, I see people outside the doors, and it make me be so proud that I can call you a friend.
Real quick,
a person that I can.
You're not being censored, okay? This is my channel. If you want to be somewhere else, you go there. You're not being censored. This is my channel. I get to curate the type of things people say on my channel. So, she did. All right? Peace. Now, back to our
Communicate with, and I'm proud of you, and we fucking love you out this motherfucker. You gotta take a shot. It don't count. Let's do it. So,
see if they get a shot of him standing up. See how he stands.
I gotta give at least one short explanation about Timberland. The reason why I say Timberland.
Because he's from Virginia.
That's the reason. No, it's that kind of Fred Hampton, Javante, Jodeci, that chord, that church thing, that Detroit, Deep House, Chicago, Deep House, those church chords. That's it.
Okay.
Timberland was one of the main thing that we do at Sunday service. Is that we want to do Fred Hammond. We want to get
Fred Hammond. Come on.
So even when I did this album, Emmanuel's a Christmas album, our notes, you would think it's like some Catholic choir, but the notes have the updated operating system. It has those type of chord progressions. Now mind you, like Pharrell get them chords though.
Because you know why I feel like Pharrell is actually lost members of native tongue.
Yeah.
Did I get that accurate?
Yeah.
Because like you guys weren't tough guys to quote unquote, but you guys were hip hop. Is that accurate or I'm a little Habiki got me?
Yeah.
Habiki got you a little. Okay, all right. MPC 3000 or MPC 2000 XL?
Yeah, the 2000. I use the 2000, so I gotta go with the 2000.
I don't know.
You still using it?
Yeah, I still use it. I still use the ASR and the 2000.
It's crazy. He's still
Analog or
producing.
digital?
I just say analog right off. I got like shoot stuff in 16 millimeter, but we use Pro Tools.
Okay.
Right.
So Fat Joe or Ja Rule?
Well, Fat Joe, because I grew up. He had got a flow, Joe.
Got a flow, Joe. Right. Okay. Puff Daddy or Dr. Dre?
Well, Puff Daddy because we twins.
I like that. That's enough. We good.
Man, also
Put a day with shaving.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
Is that how he shaved his brows?
that's like,
Gemini? Nah, you're not Gemini.
that's that.
Puff everything, man.
Is he a Gemini?
Everything.
Yeah, this is
That's
11
like
a.m. in the
what
morning when
Consequence
this was
is
shot.
like-
This is wild.
That's that bop. Like the, it's just like Puff's bop that's closer to like Dre's got his bop is like the West Coast bop,
Right.
but I really was like on some trying to put the shakers and trying to be all the hitman in one.
So Swiss Beats or Just Blaze?
Well, Swiss Beats definitely because Just Blaze is a copycat. He get credit for the blueprint, and I did the first half of the blueprint, and he just copied my half. And look where I'm at today. Look where you at today.
Ouch.
So that should show you.
Yeah, he just talking now.
I hear and then it'd be all over the radio. I have my girlfriend from Chicago. It'd be a Hot 97. It's like listen to the radio. It'd be another Just Blaze song, another Just Blaze song.
All right.
No, I like the originators, man.
Okay.
I don't mind the copycats too. And by the way, you just gotta say it like
Damn,
it
he
is.
just called Just
You know what
Blaze a
I'm saying? I said, somebody copy
copycat.
me. I'm like, you copy me. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell Trav, like, yo, you copy me, boy. And it's like, but I love you, but just know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta be, no, but hey, man, it's our community, man. And we can this other thing, when I had the record where I'm saying Virgil and Drake, just because I say somebody's name don't mean it's a beef record.
Right.
It's not beef, I ain't saying nothing.
hatred.
I just said, I put these two men on the same text. I said, stop it with the funny mess. Like, we ain't operating.
Rhyme.
Yeah.
Put the two on the same text.
Yeah.
Talk with the funny man.
Yeah, that's
a ball.
Yeah, that's on the song.
Continue.
I'm saying names because I don't like subliminals. I don't like subs, sub or sub bait, 808s. I don't like nothing where I can't see. It's like just be straightforward.
Right.
Whatever it is, I honor that. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, hey, this is how I feel. This is how you feel, and let's talk on that way. Let's not talk through no managers. Let's not talk through no assistants, no bodyguards, nobody
Kanye
using
hit his-
You hit me direct.
Yeah,
You
right?
hit me direct.
Right.
You hit
You
me
said, who
direct.
were you talking to? I was
I
like,
was like, who? He said, formerly known as Kanye. I said, this nigga.
He still didn't believe it.
Listen, formerly known as Kanye. That's him. Just him. All right, cool. Okay. Busta or Missy? They both from Virginia now.
Yeah, he probably thinks he's the greatest interview of all time.
I just play.
Nah, but I look at them as different genres though. A bit, but you talking about like if it's videos,
Artists.
yeah,
Or whatever in your mind.
Yeah, they need to wrap this up.
Criteria that you create.
that's same actually. Yeah.
Same. Take a shot then, goddammit. Come on, baby. We outside.
Look, he like, I don't want no more shots. He know he didn't made a mess.
I don't got my own shot glass.
Yeah, how you have a shot glass? What you been doing?
I've been doing this, motherfucker. How you doing? Salud. What is that? You drinking?
Hide your kids. Hide your
Please
wife.
don't confuse your cup with that shit.
Explicit. Explicit.
Hey.
Kanye sitting there like, man, I should have said something more about Jesus, but I don't know if I can say it now. I feel guilty. I've been there.
Okay.
Yo, let me tell you, I want to make clear why I have a major problem. As a publicist, because she
Back to
promotes fear.
Kim's
And if
publicist.
my wife can be scared, who the main person she gonna be scared of? And then after that, who my kids gonna be scared of? If you promote the idea of fear and reading every single comment and being in her ear all the time, giving these mid-level suggestions, not one suggestion I would ever take from this person. But all the suggestions I gave my wife, now she on the cover of Vogue, now she a multi-billionaire, but now my relationship is, and then whenever it's something about our press or what the kid's name is, she part of putting that information out, but then she over my house. And I told her on the phone a week ago, I said, I'm being nice. Y'all want to keep playing with me? If it's up, then it's up, because at the end of the day, I got to protect my children at all costs. And if they using their version, I'm using my version, because guess what? I could get Nori number.
That's right.
And what's my daughter's name? Nori.
Oh, that's nice. A little Nori.
One of my best compliments I ever had in my whole life.
That's a cool little
He
time.
was going to see you perform, to watch you perform. This is the first time I think you did the circle, when you was in the circle, and you grabbed your wife. I was with my wife. You grabbed your wife and you grabbed her. You pulled her over to me, and the E-cameras was right in my face. I turned red, even though I'm brown. I turned red, and I'm like, Dad, I just wanted to say hi to you, and you said, "This is who we named our daughter after." And this was the biggest compliment I ever got. It's two of the biggest compliments I love. Is when you did that, and when Cormega said, you learning on the job and you winning. And I don't know how to think. I don't know. Do I get a free beat or something?
Nori's still trying to finesse free beats.
Let's move on, because this is so great. Okay, Outkast or UGK?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Outkast for me.
Okay. That was pretty cool. Scarface or Ice Cube?
I just talked to Scarface yesterday. It's so crazy. And then, I'll be hanging with Cube. Shit. For me,
It's a shot?
I'm trying to see who influenced me more. I like Cube better personally for like if I play his list and that, but Scarface is more influential to me as a rapper and to everyone as a rapper. He's another important part, because when Scarface switched his style, when he started turning his words like around like Mary, I got the love for him in my life. And indeed another form of life. Jay would add that. Scarface flowed his flow. I'm talking about people who added to the flow. You get what I'm saying? It's not a specific thing where people could even rap like Ice Cube, because Ice Cube, until he like really did the and like added a style to it. His style was kind of similar to mine, where it's like it was sort of, you couldn't pinpoint it, you couldn't imitate it, couldn't. It was just like Cube. Me and Cube is both Geminis. We both saying the same thing. We both from Virginia.
Gemini.
He's a Gemini too.
My wife's a Gemini. Y'all taking the Gemini shit way too far.
Specifically Geminis. Yeah, Gemini's got the most goats in rap though.
Okay, so basically you saying Cube.
Biggie's a Gemini.
You're saying Space. Oh, you saying Cube.
I'm saying taste like my music is, I love both of them, but I'm gonna say Cube, but I'm saying Scarface was more influential as rap, because he added, like, you gotta look at rap like it's the NBA, and there's certain people, remember Kobe used to shoot up like this, or like AI, or people have added things to the overall game. The half of the NBA is like number 23. It's people, and Scarface added something to it that people don't pinpoint enough. And that's specifically when he did that flow. I would like to get into the science of rap and the science of music. We can
We're
get
gonna
into
get
that.
into it.
Go ahead.
But we're gonna move on though. Travis Scott or Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi. Because
Yeah, they need to
Travis
wrap this
is a
up.
mix
You right.
of me, Cudi,
You
and
right,
Rock.
DJ Deuce. This is long, Samantha.
Little
Goodness.
Baby or The Baby?
Yeah, you need some milk.
Man, what I was saying is like,
I don't know how much longer. Somebody told me it was only 90 minutes.
No,
That was
they
23
both
minutes
are
ago.
Equally adding something new to rap itself. Like, it's mad people that rap. Like, people just rap like Lil Baby. Like, there's so many people just rap like Lil Baby.
You could pick both. Well, pick one.
Okay.
You can pick one. Take a shot. If you pick both, you sound like you said both.
I'm gonna go with Lil Baby.
Okay, I respect.
Because I did say Lil Baby.
Yeah, I'm
is my
gonna call
favorite
it in
rapper.
7
The thing
minutes,
is,
fellas and
when I
ladies.
just hear his raps, you know, he was on. It was a concert playing, and it just put me into a mode.
Yeah, he
It's like
definitely
he hit
taking a nap
something.
after this.
And you know, that's what like rap. It gotta, and that's the thing. If
It's been
niggas
going
is-
for a minute.
That's what like rappers. I
First
feel like
40
lose that
minutes of it was
ability to really
pretty
put
decent.
people in that mode where they want to like
6ix9ine and Soulja Boy.
work out, create, whatever they want to do. It's like if you lose your, because it ain't nothing. It's nothing I said in this interview that's not what I would say in this interview.
real life.
Not that I wouldn't feel, and I think it's interesting that it comes off as shocking in any way, because I'm not really saying nothing shocking. It's like you know John Legend gonna always show up and just do whatever them folks tell him to do, man. You know, it's that's not a shocking
Keep
thing, man.
sending shots at John Legend.
I'm too much into this. Okay, Wu-Tang or NWA?
I'll do a highlights,
Definitely
Mark.
Wu-Tang. Would you have me
The
stumped?
parts I liked, the parts I didn't like. Quite a lot I didn't
Wu-Tang
like.
or Mardi?
Too late.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Virginia.
It's 150,000 people watching on YouTube though. That's crazy. On their stream.
I'm gonna go Ray or Ghost.
Sheesh.
Is this shot?
Well, Ghost,
Okay.
because I'm a little bit more on the spectrum. I'm a little bit more on the crazier side of things. So I have a tendency to have been emotional in the past and to do things in an emotional way.
You
And
don't
the
say,
funny thing is
Kanye.
People say after the interview that
They shot this in
you made it
Miami,
harder
Tina.
for yourself. I said, no, I made it easier for myself. Don't text me, nigga. I don't want the cap. If you don't, like, period. I don't like caps. I made it. I want to simplify my amount of friends. You know, my amount of people that I go over their crib or to their spot and stuff. So, yeah, go ahead, though.
Okay. I wasn't ready for none of this. Funk Flex or kick.
Okay, they're getting into whatever. I'm gonna turn this down. Look, I told Marcus, I said, hey, don't assume you know who's around Ye, because I know some of the people around Ye, and they're definitely not gummy bear Christians and fake Christians, Hollywood Christians. I know some of the folks personally. I've seen some of the folks operate in the prophetic and the deliverance side, like, and even in that, Pastor Adam Tyson. So I know folks in that camp personally. So I was just telling Marcus, like, bro, don't keep dropping the God told me card, because you don't really know. It's kind of on Ye to decide who he's going to be in this season. Basically the same thing I said to you guys earlier. Like, don't assume he need to get around these people. No, trust me, Kanye got a lot of good people around him that have been sharing the gospel with him forever. And even when Sunday service was happening, there was folks that were all the way on the hyper charismatic side, casting out demons, praying in tongues, the whole bit. And then there was folks like Adam Tyson that were pretty far on the reformed side. You know what I mean? No Holy Spirit. And so there's a wide spectrum. I mean, I don't want to give away names, but I've personally seen friends that worked on Donda, that have been close to Ye, that he follows on the gram. I've personally seen them lay hands on people, pray for people, and people get healed. Like, I've seen it with my own two eyes backstage at a show. So, you know, it's one of those things where you gotta just chalk it up to, like, this brother's gonna walk through his process, and we gotta pray for him.
And it actually said, "Who's watching the throne?" And I took a track off of what was going to be my album, Follow Up to Dark Fantasy, that I had heard.
Search for Pastor Adam Tyson if you want to know who discipled him directly and who spoke at all the Sunday services. Look up Pastor Adam Tyson. He has an interview with Apologia and Jeff Durbin and all those guys. So he's on that tip, yeah, like a reform tip.
Mercer, just chopping up Otis. Because I was like, yo, we not gonna lose this game. We not gonna lose this game no matter what. I'm gonna give you all this. I took New Day off of my next album. I took Otis on my next album, and we got into this big argument because he had this song called Holy Grail that he had Justin Timberlake singing on. And I was like, we need to put this on this album. And then he's like, nah. And that's why everybody knows Jay is very selfish. And we had a very like.
Damn, I didn't know this. Go ahead.
Come on, it's Jay-Z, man.
I got Ace of Spades. I love him. Go ahead, continue.
No, we all love him, but he's very selfish, and that was he'll say, he's like, man, I'm selfish. I'm selfish.
Okay.
So, he wouldn't give that song. I'm like, man, I'm giving all of this.
So what you're saying is Holy Grail was originally supposed to be on Watch the Throne?
No, it was supposed to be on his album.
Okay.
But he
and I said, we need this because we don't need to be losing like how LeBron and them had just lost in this championship.
He wanted to make the album better.
I wanted to make the album better. He wanted to say the album. It's something that I heard that.
And that's when y'all fell out? Cause like.
No, we fell out many times. It's my brother.
Okay.
So whenever he do some J shit and I do some Ye shit, we don't say shit.
Right.
That's funny. Nice little rhyme there.
That's some real shit.
That's some real shit.
Yeah.
When I get lifted, I don't know why John Legend voice just came up into my head. That's the drinks.
I'm so ready for this.
Yo, they need to wrap this up.
So,
so 2 hours in? I'm finna wrap this
up. So anyway, what were we talking about? The song that
you can move on.
Holy Grail.
No, Holy Grail. We got mad about that. I was like, how I'm giving all this and you ain't giving the equal amount. And I find that in life, period. I find that, I love Jay so much. It's like I love the city of Chicago so much. And it was always like the same thing with Jay or Chicago. They always wanted it to be somebody more gangster. They didn't want it to be Ye. That was with Kim. Maybe she wanted to be a ball player or something. It was like nobody wanted it to be Ye. Or with the LVMH group and different things, they wanted to be somebody that's more controllable. They didn't want it to be, they didn't want it to be Ye. And it's always like this uphill battle. It's so funny. I just could never erase the way Tata would look at me sometimes when I go to the studio. And I always felt like it was an air of that, like no matter how big you get, nigga, fuck you, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And that's how I always feel. That's how he always makes me.
He got him
feel.
opening up about his issues
get mad
with
at Jay,
Jay-Z.
I get mad at Tata at the same time. I was like,
Yeah, and alcohol do not mix well together. This is gonna have headlines all over. It's gonna have half a dozen artists tight tomorrow morning.
Like, you ain't gonna look me into a throwback.
Holy.
I'm gonna keep my polo on. Actually, but they wrote people, all the Rockefeller Awards throwbacks because of me, real talk.
Okay.
Because I would go down to Atlanta and they had the Mitchell and Ness stand.
Already all over Twitter?
And I'd take my little producer money. And I'm a Garmento at the end of the day. My family made the first bootleg Louis Vuitton jogging suits because they would when they would confiscate
so
the
many
drugs
random
inside the Louis Vuitton
things.
bags, they cut up the bags. My family went and would take the patches and put them on the clothes. So that means like when they had Howard Hughes died, they called it the Aviator. My film gonna be called Garmento because I am the biggest person, like I said, in every interview I've ever been in, the biggest person that ever existed in fashion. You could Google it for the past 3 years. Yeezy has been the #1 most Googled brand, most valuable brand on the planet. Don't hit the horns, don't hit no claps. I'm still
Hit the horns for you, Ye.
Go.
So back, but somehow we.
Yeah, I don't know what the
drifted to,
indoors thing
clothes,
with
niggas
Shades
fast.
indoors
Let's
is. I've never liked it.
No, it was something in the train of thought that I wanted to say before I got to the thing about my family.
He was talking about the throwbacks.
Throwbacks, yeah. So I would come back to baseline and I have like the Astros on or something. And then Jay would be like, where you get that from? I was like, Atlanta. Then I come with another one. He's like, oh. I come with a third one. I say, what, you live in Atlanta, nigga? So also Don C always been like on like that, hype beast, kind of like selling clothes online since day one, back when the letters was green on the computer screen. And he would be buying stuff for cheaper and Fab would go and buy his throwbacks from Don.
Fab the artist.
And this before Don became my manager.
Right.
But by the time when me and Don came together, we really, that's what Jim Jones would tell you, that's where we revolutionized it. Because we used to sit there and be like, when we get money, niggas ain't finna be able to see us. When we get this money, and it was me and Don would just be sitting there like, yo, when we get this, and when I got it, went to the Louis store, got all these Louis bags, started doing the shoes.
Yeah, this is the part where I'm finna check out. Listen, guys, pray for your guy, all right? Pray for Ye, pray for him and Kim, because clearly he wants to get reconciled with her. I think that's super dope. I'm tapped out. I haven't had any Hennessy, and I feel like I've had some just listening to half of this. Ye and Henny don't mix. Apparently, that's what we learned here. He needs some milk. He needs some milkshake, something. But man, pray for him. He's going through a sanctification process. I think if you're jumping out the window and saying that this proves he's not saved, I don't think it proves anything. I think if anything, this proves that there's still pursuit there. He's still talking about God. And I hope that this is not an indication of his trajectory, but he has a ton of great people around him. Again, look, if you guys want to know who discipled him, who's been around, who preached at all the Sunday services that I've been to, check out Pastor Adam Tyson. Pastor Adam Tyson. You can check him out on Apologia. It talks about how, he kind of helped write some of Jesus is King and a whole bit. And so I think it's a tough year for him, man. He's putting out this album about his mom. He's in the middle of what appears to be a one-sided divorce that he doesn't want to go through with. I think if someone catches you at your lowest point, how are you going to feel if that was amplified for the whole world and maybe you had a couple more drinks? That last half of that interview, Ish, you're right. That last half of that interview, yeah. So with that, if you want to have an edifying night, I put together a free how to study my Bible course. It's free. It's at mastermydevo.com or it's in the description. You guys could check that out. Put together a course really just trying to help people get through the scriptures. Super simple, bite-sized pieces to help you in your clarity and your consistency and ultimately in your application of the word. If you want to partner with what we're doing, the best way to do that is through Patreon or check out the other links in the description for other free resources like our free training on jumping into your YouTube niche or making one-time contribution. Guys, it's late. I'm tired. I'll probably watch the rest of this tomorrow. I think he said way too much. And Henny never helped anybody. Never helped Ye. Clearly, I don't know why he thought sipping on the Henny that early was a good idea. But that's kind of where it seems to unravel. So I'll be back tomorrow. We have Pastor Pagini, I think I say his name, Alexander Pagini. He's coming back on tomorrow. We are going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Some of you guys saw the sneak peek of our Halloween debate settled. We're going to be talking about Mark of the Beast. We're going to be talking about legalism and fundamentalism. We're going to be talking about the apostolic. We're going to be talking about deliverance. We're going to be talking about all that tomorrow here, I think at 11 a.m. So make sure you're subscribed and you hit that bell notification on. Pagini? Did I say it right? No? Pagini. Pastor Alexander Pagini. I always butcher it. I'm so sorry. Jose, help me out. Is it Pagini? I think it's Pagini. Pagini. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Make sure you guys are subscribed. All that good stuff. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for y'all hanging out. I thought this was fun. I'm not gonna make it through the rest of this interview. This is Panini. It's not Panini. Gaga. Pagani. Yes. Tomorrow, Alexander Pagani. Thank you so much, Pagani. Yes, let me write that down because I'm going to introduce him and I'm going to butcher it. I've known him. I know Pastor Alex for years. That's what I call him. But Pagani, I want to say his name right. Pagani, my niece in the background laughing at me. Pagani. Thank you so much, Samantha. I appreciate you. Made my late night workout fun. Hey, man, that's why we're here. We're having fun. I'm so curious to watch more of this, but I'm just not going to. This video will be unlisted, so there's that. Y'all got the exclusive, time to hang with your boy. All right, y'all have a good night, man. Love you guys. Peace.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Hey, thank you so much for making it till the end of this video. Remember to hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. I wanted to tell you about a free upcoming course I am putting together at mastermyhabits.com. When you sign up right now, you'll be the first to be notified about the course. And in the meantime, you'll immediately get access to a playlist going over my journey on how I went from addiction to freedom forming habits. So make sure to hit that link in the description. I'll see you on the next video. My time, my mind, what am I, what could be, mortified, what could be, fortified, certified, chrome man, total line, no ma'am, who am I, sort of guy, borderline, no man, hit the bag, gotta throw hands, get the bag with my old friends, all my day ones still here, and I ain't got time to hold hands with a grown man or anybody, only slow dance with my own wife to the slow jams and the item, Asian from that is highly unlikely, I do it politely. It's dripping like ice, drip, drip, drip. My fluids are high key, sip, sip, sip. Living water, so I pity power. You fake martial art like Tai Chi. Yeah, but my tent is in mighty, like Holy Spirit is inside me. I get the sentiment, something's off. Keep living my life to the Son of Man, Son of God. A sinner, the saint feeling so odd. E210, new in him, ain't a facade. Stand up, man up, need to see them hands up. Ran up, plans up, need to get the bands up. I need to get them plans up. Need to see them hands up. Stand up, man up, need to see them hands up. Ran up, plans up, need to see them hands. Crafted with skill, asking his will, it'll be given. Mastered with skill, passively build, I've been living. Under my means, hunger it seems keeps me driven. Run it up please, 100 a piece, ain't no limit. Cause I need properties outside the city limits. See, I got people I need to care for, no I ain't fibbing. See, shout out to the haters that help me to make a living. Please keep on watching AdSense, don't come with any receipts. From the departed, skip the rations. I can be subjected to learning from what is classless. I can be rejected from progress when you move backwards. My money's no longer tucked under my mama's mattress. Why? I get the sentiment, something's off. Keep living my life to the Son of Man, Son of God. A sinner, the saint feeling so odd. E210, new in him, ain't a facade. Stand up, man up, need to see them hands up. Ran up, plans up, need to get the bands up. I need to get them plans up. Need to see them hands up. Stand up, man up, need to see them hands up. Ran up, plans up, need to get the bands up. I need to get them plans up. Need to see them hands up. Stand up, man up, need to see them hands up. Ran up, plans up, need to get the bands up. I need to get them plans up. Need to see them hands up.